We live.
I was like, I couldn't tell if this is a joke or not.
Yeah, where's the
It's
3, 2,
real.
1?
Yeah.
I kind of enjoyed
Hearing like
a laughter chorus that you guys had to join in.
cool. It worked.
Pretty well, honestly. And if I give a countdown, I'll say something right before that makes it harder.
You know, so
it just makes it easier just to spontaneously look at the 7 o'clock.
Just hit go.
No 3, 2, 1 for spaghetti.
No, I mean clock at 7.
Just go, right?
So, anyways, greetings, adventurers, and welcome to Laughable Odds. I'm Zach Caterly, your dungeon master for tonight, and we're going to be embarking on a epic adventure full of.
Yeah, I was about to say he's no longer humble. He didn't say humble game master.
Wow. The humble. I'm glad you don't like that. I should stick to that.
Well, it's just you changed it.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't do well
went
with
from
change.
saying game master to dungeon master too.
So
I don't know
that
which
the
one I should
difference?
stick with.
If you're a game
Yeah.
master, you're not humble, but if you're dungeon master,
No,
you are.
If you
are game master, you are humble.
Oh, okay.
If you're the dungeon
But
master,
if
you're
you're dungeon
God.
master, you've turned
Into a
dominatrix.
I was gonna say,
Why do
Dungeon
all of
Master's
your,
real
all
close
of
to
your
Dungeon
enemies use the
Daddy.
whip, Jack?
Why do literally when you start bullying my NPCs, calling them slurs, and we have to show up?
Why are all the enemies drow using whips, Zach? This is so weird.
So tonight we are off the rails, and we're not getting back on.
We are not.
There's no rails.
Yeah.
no hope.
For wheels at all. All right.
I was trying to get one. I was trying to get there.
The wheels were.
The wheels were turning.
Not Silverhawks, I know.
The wheels were turning.
Oh no.
I'm joined by the fantastic crew of Laughable
Who are
Odds.
we?
We're unhinged.
We have. What's your name?
I'm Noah.
That's Noah.
Yeah. Noah, Christy.
All right, we have.
Christy.
Noah.
Eli.
Isaac.
Nick.
Juba. I don't know if I like that better, just being fully off the rails. You know, I usually say all the names. And it makes it hard, but now just point. It's easier.
If this is
Okay,
a
imagine-
If this is the testament to how the game is going to get good
luck.
Imagine next week you don't point in order. You just.
You get a name. And you
Isaac.
Alright, so now that everybody's got that down, love these guys
Guys,
so
so-
much. You guys are gonna love them too. They're hilarious. They've made me already cry.
We're not-
5 minutes in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So
Ready for
tonight's game. We're using Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, and it's set in a homebrew world called Zenith. It is a wonderful post-apocalyptic creation of ours that we've been exploring and having a blast exploring it together and going on this adventure. We're 27 episodes in, and we didn't think we'd make it this far. So, last session was definitely a very much possibility of it all coming to an end for our destined heroes. And surprisingly, they rolled a 1 or a 2 on the D4, and life went a lot better than I expected. 3 or 4 on that D4 would have been much different. So,
Detrimental to our
detrimental to the health and sanity.
There's no consequences for our actions.
No consequences for the actions. None.
Never.
Never.
Everything is fine. We stream every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that's all I've got. So without further ado, roll for initiative.
All the kobolds break through.
Everyone, grab your snacks and get ready for an unforgettable adventure.
I was about to say, come here, Noah.
So it's Noah.
I'm not gay, I promise.
Are we sure?
What's wrong with that?
Not yet.
Just you wait.
Just you.
He'll come around. Like a wheel.
Welcome
Silverhawk's not here.
to Zenith with Laughable Odds. We just clip this intro and we just roll it as a video every time.
Yeah. It's the forever intro.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh man. Wow.
I'm not gay.
Maybe not.
It's a vote of confidence from the wife. That makes it right.
No.
So,
Why is that dragged back, Zach?
well, glad you asked. That's a Dracolich.
I'm aware.
Dracolich has come back. Unless you killed the black dude. And on our last session, you guys killed Shawcross. With the help of which group? Do you guys remember their name?
Arcane Sentinels.
The Arcane Sentinels. And the leader of that group, Rexus, Eric, their fighter, Ala, the bard, and Kaya Kalin, the tiefling sorcerer. They all were at y'all's assistance in taking down Shawcross, the Dracolich. A wonderful overlord and rightful owner of Oberon's soul per contract, and he's really angered her. And last session, a gate sprung open, a ninth level spell, and pulled Oberon through. The rest of the team quickly followed, not ready to leave him to be abandoned, and thankfully, in the turn of events, the Arcane Sentinels did jump through the portal as well. The fight would have been very different had they not. However, with you guys all teamed together, paired up with 4 level 18s, you guys went toe-to-toe with this massive threat. And came out on top, burning through legendary saves, getting her on her back foot, running for her life. Thought she had Oberon in her clutches, and you narrowly escaped. So clutch with a freedom of movement scroll just tucked in there. And with a really a kind of doubtful when you were reading the spell and then going, oh, you can expend 5 feet to get released from a grapple from a creature. Awesome. So, saves your life. And with Ronnie over here, giving you an eagle whistle to even further that distance and separation, quickly secured your safety. She retreated to her inner sanctum, and you guys pursued. Rather than choosing to leave and fight another day after the initial incursion was over, you guys decided to push on. To set aside the threat, possibility of death, and really impress the Arcane Sentinels. Because in every written rule of the book that they would follow, you guys had done what you needed to do, and it was time to dip. And you guys said, nope, we're finishing this.
I learned from the Bagman. You don't leave loose ends.
You don't leave loose ends.
Yeah, you still have it. No. But
We had to learn it
We're
somewhere.
learning.
Well, we only just learned.
It's a new lesson.
We're
Okay?
slow learners.
27 episodes. Learning.
Character development.
Whoa, write that down! Alright. So, but with that, you guys were able to push through into this sanctum, seemingly with no other place for her to go. She waited for y'all to file into a very narrow opening, ready to just light you guys all up with lightning. You guys very carefully positioned yourself, and only a few people got hit by the initial blast. Really setting kind of the tone for the second stage of this, in which their fighter Eric popped walloped off with an insane amount of crits and an action surge. It was 5 hits and 2 crits.
I think so.
Yeah. Insane amount of damage after what you guys had already done to her. And with
That's
that,
a lot of damage.
no survival on your part. Destroyed. Over the next few minutes of unsure if the hordes of kobolds would be heading your way, and if a wall of force would hold them, you guys were able to get the door firmly sealed in place that was pass-walled through by using Dispel Magic on the pass-wall. And with that now absolved, this big stone door wall that was put in place by Shawcross to protect her while she recovered is now being used as a buffer between you and 1,000 to 2,000 kobolds. However, on the inside here, you guys have delved past what was a secret opening in the floor with a clever use of knock, blindly using it on what seemed to be something, and being successful. Traversing past many traps down a corridor and 2 other narrow hallways, and back to a secondary room, which would be somewhere around 60 feet below the main floor. You guys found the main treasure hoard. Filled to the brim, a room that you've seen before, filled with gold and everything. But originally, the gold that you had seen had been in that top room that was emptied out, this inner sanctum. However, it had one lone chest that was heavily trapped with some kind of necromantic, powerful spell, maybe like a power would kill, maybe something along those lines. And had you guys triggered that, could have been disaster. However, in the top chest in the empty room, you guys found what?
It was like
Those
6
goblets.
Yeah, 6 goblets.
Yeah. Goblets, chalices that were in this heavily trapped chest. But that room was empty. You found the secret entrance, you went down, past all these traps, and found a room full of treasure. In there, you guys found many a small chest. Many items of worth. Tapestries, art pieces, gems, gold, platinum. It's abound. The wealth in here is hard to measure and will take time. 1, how to transport it. And 2, you guys were able to get past the trapped chest after a short rest and found 3 hearts in it. What you had been envisioning, looking forward to, because Shalcross had shown you a beating heart before, and you believe that to be a phylactery. When killing these 3 hearts and stabbing them, there wasn't this satisfactory release or screech of necromantic energy or some kind of effect that felt measurable. It was cold. It was calloused. They stopped beating. You did destroy them, and you ate them.
I was hungry.
But there is serious doubt in your mind as to these being a soul jar, being a phylactery for the living, and what felt like maybe a trap, maybe something along those lines. But did they hold significance? Why were they so heavily trapped behind this chest? Are they significant? Are they multiple phylacteries? Is this tied to something else? But more questions and answers. And you guys have a clock on you with these kobolds trying to come to help. Not sure if they're going to be able to break through. And overall, checking to see what's the plan. What do you do before you leave? How are we getting this stuff out here? What does the Arcane Sentinels want? What do you guys want? And at that, I leave it down hands.
Well, it's a lot of money, but we cannot cover all this.
Any magic items probably should be the first thing to go into the bags. I'm gonna use Mage Hand to get these goblets out, and I'm gonna sit inside of Lehman's tiny hut, pull out these goblets. And I'm not gonna have a choice but to touch them because that's what you have to do with Identify.
We knew they had some kind of curse upon them.
Yeah, I've touched one, and it tried to take over my brain.
Maybe try to touch the same one then.
I'm gonna ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Are these goblets magical? I think we've ascertained that they were in the past, but
yeah, we just don't know what schools.
I'm just gonna check out what schools they are.
Yeah. So as you look over these, they seem to have some kind of divination protection.
Okay.
An enchantment of sort that blocks divination.
Okay.
And you can kind of pick up on the nature of that from other items that you've encountered in your time. And just off of the aura, that you're like, okay, even without fully casting Identify, this thing has something to protect it from being seen, scryed upon, found, locate object. It is meant to stay hidden.
Okay, the one that I've already touched, I'm going to cast Identify on that goblet.
All Are you spending spell slot?
Doing this ritually.
Ritually.
All right. For this, as you go ahead and start doing this, the rest of you are in this room. The sentinels have now shared a rest
With y'all.
a short rest, and have carefully started looking around and
Make their
making
comments.
about your diet of hearts, and are
Starting to
pull out pieces that are buried in some of this gold, and pulling out gems and other things that are of good, hefty size and notable value. Trying to find and bring together what is the most affluential in value. And
With this,
you guys had already pulled out multiple chests, and they all seem to be locked. But with the detect magic that has been up
and other
sides of this, doesn't seem to be any magical traps on these
Smaller
chests that have been a part of this horde. For the rest of you, while
He is
working on to identify, what would you like to do? Use thieves tools. Give it a check.
Is that sleight of hand or is that a separate?
It is technically separate, but your thieves tools, if
you're
you're
the same.
proficiency in it, you're not expertise in sleight of hands, and you're not expertise in thieves tools, it
Tools.
would be the same.
That's a 5. What are these doodads? Okay, so that's 14.
14. No problem. This is a rather small chest, nothing
Crazy inside.
but you snap it open. And inside you see
that
that there is some boots, a pair of boots in here. They
Boots?
Yeah. There's not just one boot. There's two boots. It's a pair, and they're boots with the fur. They have fur on the boots.
Apple bottom jeans. All yours have changed.
They look to be magical.
I'm not doing much of anything, but because I have to stay inside the hut, or else the hut disappears.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ask the sentinels how much they're taking.
Allah immediately starts to
Interface
interface
the
the
conversation.
conversation as Rexus is about to respond. It's like, well,
Let's see
what we have here. Let's try to evaluate what this is and
See who
wants what and what's it to be used for. But
I want to
be equitable and fair.
That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
So
And
this-
Rexus seemed to have already wanted to give an answer. You
see
that Allah was very quick to interrupt and spearhead this conversation.
Cool.
So there's like piles of gold around us.
Yeah, you want to give an intelligence check to see roughly
what you're looking
at here?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you mean
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah, straight intelligence.
Not good. Less than 10.
It's a lot
Gross.
of gold and platinum and jewels. You've never seen this
Much in one.
place.
So you said we got a short
Your
rest.
brain is
Yeah, we did.
boggled.
So I want to turn into a giant badger, and I want to start trying to delve through the gold to look for items of value.
Lovely. Nice.
Go ahead and roll an investigation. Anybody else doing something?
I'm doing everything I can.
Yep.
Looking
alright.
around.
Roll perception.
Sure.
there, bro.
Huh?
There's a sword.
We do need to
Yeah, I'll go grab the sword.
Am I
Bags
using
and-
my sense of smell for this at all?
No.
Pretty good.
Okay.
24.
24.
Look through
across the room. You're picking out some pieces and things of value. It looks like the chests are holding things of more value than what's just tossed into a pile. But there are other pieces of artwork and tapestries and other things that are arranged through here, not like properly on display or anything, but are of pretty considerable wealth. And you can kind of tell that one of the tapestries looks like it's enchanted, and it looks like it's animated, like showing a depiction of something. And it's kind of remarkable. But with your high perception check, you also hear the chiseling of the stone wall back way upstairs. And you're not sure if it's a hammer, is it a chisel, is it a ballista hitting this thing? But you realize that, well, that's loud, but we can barely hear it.
Okay. I
Dirty 20.
will yell to the group like, "Hey, do y'all hear that? Chiseling on the stone.
Distracted by gold over here.
I think they're trying to get in."
You can see a fighter doing his routine. He is properly laid down and has made snow angels, gold angels.
I missed that.
So it's his normal go-to. He has to. So he's not listening to anything over here. The whole world.
Is the door to the stairway upstairs still open?
Yes.
Is it okay.
Dirty 20 investigation.
All right. With that, as you're pulling through and such, you actually find a dragon bone sculpture. This looks to be carved. Long dead dragon. Stands about 10 feet tall. It was buried underneath one of these mounds of gold, and it seems to be depicting some kind of scene of draconic dominance. But as you find, you're like, okay, I found another one. Another one. It's a set, and there's 3 of them. These are very nice.
And they're about 10 feet tall.
You're they're big. And you're like, on the market, I could probably get like $250,000 for these.
Interesting. So I've been in this gold for a while. I want to try something because I have a keen sense of smell. I want to try to make a perception check to see if I can smell anything that doesn't smell like treasure.
Okay.
Can I do so?
Make a nature check.
Give you a bark inspiration.
So that wouldn't be a perception check with sense of smell?
No, I'm gonna say that you're trying to depict the difference between items, and not necessarily just smelling iron or just smelling, the gold side of things. And
It doesn't matter then. I had advantage on the perception, but I've never
no,
done that.
I wanted you to roll that with advantage.
Oh, okay. Still not great. What was it?
You do have
Nature?
98.
Nature.
I do?
Yeah. That's what I told you. I did it before the roll. Because I have so much bark inspiration still.
Nice. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice. You are not smelling anything organic. Pretty much nothing. And picking up on some like leathers. Made of something. It's those boots. They stink.
All right. I want to try to start wrestling out
I
this.
got stinky boots.
I'll start trying to wrestle out that treasure. I am a large creature, so I want to try to start wrestling those out.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Or no, I'm sorry. I'm a medium creature.
I'm gonna message in my head, Oberon. If you could go over to one of those stalagmites and chop off a piece of anything so that we have an object from this location so we can teleport here easily.
Yeah, sure. I'll go grab that sword I grabbed out of the hoard, and I'll just use that real quick to do it.
Yeah.
As
As you pick up the sword, this is a long sword.
Mm-hmm.
It has an obsidian blade. And as you pull it, it pulses with a radiant energy. You feel this wielding in your hands. This is very magical.
More like
This is strong. You might be holding a legendary sword.
Oh.
You're interested in.
Yeah.
Let's go cleave. You go cleave event.
First action. Legendary sword.
Chop rock.
No problem.
Awesome.
I'm gonna telepathically be like, "Don't hurt me about them," like chiseling in, right?
Guys,
Yeah.
I found a huge bone
I'm
statue.
assuming we're getting everything into bags at this point.
Yeah, that's your plan, probably.
We're not even 10 minutes in, are we?
No, we're not.
But as you are casting,
Yeesh.
we're getting close to the end of that 10 minutes. Does anybody else want to do something before that?
Yeah, I'm gonna start stuffing gold into the open chest
Okay.
because
You can carry that.
you can teleport with objects.
What did the tapestry?
I got really excited for a second when he started describing it. I was like, "Ooh, flying carpet!" And then he said the design was moving, and I was like, "Dang it!"
I was almost Aladdin.
In here,
You made good use of
spotting out different pieces.
I
There are
can't
6
remember her name,
total tapestries.
The spy that
That
we
are
threw from like 400 feet in the
rather
air.
exquisite. The enchantment causes them to shift subtly, as if animated, and are depicting battles between ancient dragons and celestial beings. There's 6 enormous tapestries.
I'm gonna go back to the tent and tell them about the tapestries.
What a tip to pull the bowed statues out.
Oh, you have no problem. It just takes time. So you're pulling all 3 of these 10-foot statues, finely crafted, massive bones from ancient beings that have been carved down. So,
Do you have any charges of your whistle left?
1.
1 charge. Okay. Because my thought is, if we have somebody go to the stair, like across the hall from where the staircase is, and like if you ever see any kobolds coming down, just throw stuff to trigger all the traps, and then things start swinging, right?
Yeah.
That would buy us time.
Okay.
I'll relay that in my head. It's a
I have a
possibility.
familiar I can use for that as well. if
Oh
we need
yeah,
to.
that's even better then. That'd be a good idea.
Good thought. So do we even think the phylactery is in this room?
No. At this point, if it was, I definitely killed it.
I'll also say to the other group, do any of you have Lehman's tiny hut that you can cast as well?
afraid not.
I believe that's specific to clerics mostly.
It's also wizards. I just don't have it yet.
Yeah,
Well, if we get swarmed by kobolds, then there's only a certain number of us that can fit into this little area, so some of us will be unprotected, some of us will be.
should be fun.
Um,
Let's not get to that point. So when we got 1 minute left, let's start our channel.
Yep.
How? We'll just play by ear.
We'll wing it.
Yep.
Like always.
Um,
Do you want specifics on the identify spell?
No.
Okay.
what you are seeing with the chalice, it has a name.
Ooh.
Yes. It is a generic overall name. It's not like a unique, but it is specific. Ancient Chalice of the Paladin Order. And it doesn't depict a specific order. It says the Paladin Order. And like, you can feel the emphasis on the. And that feels more significant than anything else in that title. Other than the word ancient. Like, it feels established as a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
The overall item itself does not have a magic enchantment other than protecting it from being found.
Interesting.
So, not to be scryed upon, not to be locate object. It is just protected in that way. And the magic itself is keeping it from being able to be destroyed.
Okay.
So, it is a magic items in that respect.
Yeah.
There's no properties of like,
Got it.
fill this with water, drink from it, live forever.
Right.
You know, there's not some other property that you can see connected to it.
Okay.
Non-detection,
Mm-hmm.
not able to be destroyed.
Okay. And so do I get
no.
the sense
What?
do I get the sense that like if I were to cast a dispel magic on said items, not being able to be destroyed magic, that would take away that property? Or is that like way beyond my purview?
You imagine it could be attempted,
Okay.
but you have no really understanding of would that be effective.
Got it.
But these are, at first glance, you're like, okay, these are, a silver type make or maybe gold encrusted. No, these are made of platinum.
Cool.
And they're encrusted with these gemstones and other golden inline pieces. As you look closely, which are very old, part of that is tarnished. These things were polished up. Boy, would their value show.
Mm-hmm.
But they're intricately carved with some symbols. It seems of a lost order. And they are not just a base design of a chalice. There is a intentional shape. The design, the carvings, they feel significant. And when you have that side of non-detection on it, you really have more questions than answers.
Is it giving phylactery?
No.
Okay. Cool.
Nice if Phylactery was unable to be killed.
All right. Okay. Well, we're not going to get any more information from this while we're here, so let's just gather what we can. We got the piece from here, so we can come back, and I guess just hope and pray that we killed the phylactery, and we can come back for seconds and thirds. Kobolds may be an issue in the future, but nothing we can't handle. It's just going to be a lot of fireballs.
I burst out of a giant pile of gold with one paw dragging its giant thing. And like, look what I found.
How big was the entrance to this place?
For the overall, like a 10 by 10 through the corridors, but what you have imagined that there's some way to open the ceiling, and that's how a lot of this stuff has been brought from one room to the other fast, because they're over each other.
Okay.
I see.
Might just rappel down here.
Well, I was
But
saying is
that corridor that
Mission
went down,
impossible.
it's like staggered in a way.
One of the stalactites is a
Gotcha.
lever.
so, like the entrance to this room specifically was like a 5-foot door. What was it? Just like a
It's like 10 by 10.
dang.
Can I make a check to see if I recognize the tapestry that she described to us?
Sure. Make a history check.
I'll roll 2 because I'm a
I would
dragon.
again note that there was 6.
Nope.
That seems to have been.
That's a very good. Let's see, 24.
24. These are depictions not of stories or legends of the convergence, not of necessarily just pre-convergence, but more like of what the origins of dragons would be, and where an established hierarchy of power, of dominion over what was creation at the time, and what the world state was, and how powerful dragons were, that they could only be contested by something of divine might at that time. It's a depiction of the glory of their strength.
These tapestries huge. Huge.
They're the best tapestries.
There are still several chests that are locked there in front of you guys. Some of them are larger, and you opened a more smaller one.
We can just hold on to the chest and take them with us. There's no point in wasting our time. How are we doing so far with just like the mundane magical items that we have been able to gather, as far as getting those in the bag of holding? How is the group doing? I haven't been part of it.
Overall, shuffled one chest full. But other than that, y'all are stuffing your pockets for what you have, and maybe your backpack. But other than that, there's not a big way to move this that you guys have. The arcane sentinels have shoveled a lot in a bag of holding,
Right.
but that can only hold so much.
Gotcha.
I want to open the chest so we can put more gold in the chest
Yeah.
with the items that are in there.
All right.
Sure, open the chest.
I have an idea. I'm gonna cast an enhance ability on myself for intelligence. Let's see if there's a credit chip anywhere in here, because
Okay.
I know credit chips are a way for money in Zenith. Couldn't hurt to check.
Do dragons do EBT?
No, just crypto.
Oh, yeah. You find 1 Bitcoin. Yes!
Investigation, I got 15.
15. With this, as you're looking through all this, no, this is no indication of it. There seems to be like a strict demand of conversion. Wants to see the wealth.
Yeah. Old money.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of new money.
It doesn't
though.
do much for your ego if you're rich, but it's just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
True.
just seeing the number in the bank account doesn't feel like Scrooge McDuck. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you need the Scrooge McDuck feel.
See that piece of plastic? It's $1 trillion.
Which of these chests do you go up to? One of the larger ones, or continue with smaller?
I'll do a big one.
Go ahead and roll another thieves.
Guidance.
Okay.
So you get to add a
that's an
D4.
one.
Aw, boo.
Oh, you can. Let me see if I have any left.
Does anybody want to help him?
I tried.
How could I help him? I'm as a badger
I
dragging
thought you.
statues.
were
I mean, I
really
could.
dwarf to talk.
What did you roll?
A 1.
No,
what are you rolling for again?
Open a big
Unlock a
chest.
chest.
Oh, okay. I'll chronal shift and you can do it again.
Alrighty.
7, 10, 14 again. No, sorry, 17.
17. Easy peasy. You unlock it. And as you lift the lid, the whole interior seems to shine and glimmer off your face as you open it. Everyone else is like, what you see in front of you is a flawless diamond. It is rather large. And you can see over your shoulder the tiefling sorcerer, Kai Kalin. I can't say the name properly. Kai Kalin goes, oh, that is a dragon's tear diamond. What is that? Considered to be of legendary value, and there's only a few known in the world. That's easily worth over $250,000.
Let's go!
In the bag.
Open all the chests.
If we have time.
How many of the statues have I gotten out at this point?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, you said it was
Yeah,
going to take
10
some time.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will transform back down and attempt to open some chests as well.
You go ahead and larger, smaller.
I'll start with the smaller ones.
Since we're on a time crunch, I'll third level enhanceability with you guys for Dex.
All right.
Who is looking the most tapped on resources besides you?
I have almost nothing.
I'm out of
Something.
second and third level spell slots.
Because my thought here
Never mind.
is half of the entirety, both our group and their group, have like half of us to go ahead and teleport out, half of their group go ahead and teleport out, the rest of them grab whatever they can once they hear the doors open, run into Tiny Hut, and then they teleport out.
Well, for that to work, someone needs to stay though. Cause
Him, yeah.
23.
Okay.
23. You. No problem. It's a ring. This ring is glorious.
Pocket that. Move on.
Real.
Yeah.
I touch it.
It's of extreme value. Most likely magical.
Okay, I'll continue. Time to rest through and open these.
Yeah, if you want to mark down R of EC until we get to explore it.
Hold on, let me Google that.
Not forget. All right,
We should probably get out of here now.
cool. So you guys fill what you can. You have 3 chests that were opened and filled. Pack what items you can. Put all your gear in. And the rest of them have got their stuff to the best they can. Does anybody want to pick up a chest and bring it with them as well?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
hug
Yeah.
one of the bone statues.
Okay, you got a bone statue.
One of the
I
closed
have-
chests, maybe. They have that marked down.
Well, so I have a chest that's actually completely filled with gold. So
Nice.
should I grab that or it's a closed chest?
The bone statues are 250
Grab that, I'll
a
grab the
piece,
closed
he
one.
said.
All right, so you have one of the filled chests.
Yep.
You have a filled chest.
I got 2. I got all my pockets filled, my backpack, and I got 2 chests.
All right, so you probably wouldn't be able to carry 2 filled chests, but you could do like
1 small one and 1 medium one.
so one of them's stuffed full of things and one's just locked.
As long as we can get the one with the diamond.
Yeah, I got the one with the diamond.
Cool, cool, cool.
And you've got a stuffed chest. So you're just
I have an 8 strength, so I'll have a little tiny one.
Question: if I get 2 of those over my shoulder, would they be in my possession so I could then morph into a creature and then be part of what I am as a creature?
make a strength check.
As the creature?
No, as
I
you're the one got to lift it up first.
Can I guidance that?
I was just gonna ask if I could carry 2 because I have the carrying capacity of a large creature.
Oh,
that would be better.
So if you carry one statue,
Yeah, I'll
big
just
it's like a 10-foot.
I'll just hug it.
You're just like
Yeah.
lean back, get it off the ground, you know.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
guns up.
I'm so jealous of those chests.
Nice crits. So with that, you guys got everything is pretty well dictated of everything stored and taken, and the others who've stuffed their pockets and everything are grabbing some chests as well. It's all of the chests that were out there, with what they grab and what you guys have grabbed, and start channeling. The minute starts kicking down, and you hear some in the distance.
We gotta go.
Gotta go.
Echo down the hallway. And it's like they've definitely gotten closer.
The guillotine trap probably got a lot of them.
And as you guys are in this room, stuffed with tons of loot, the whole space around you, glimmering with gold and gems and platinum, there's a strange feeling of should we be taking this? And then you teleport. And it's that awkward pause of getting into an elevator with no elevator music, and everyone's standing around looking at each other. But right before you're just maybe gone. You guys teleport out and away, headed back to the airship. I believe that was the indication.
Yep.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should just be
Via Chino.
maybe we should just be on the grounds in Chino, because we don't want to have to lug everything down off the airship.
Fair.
Fair. Yeah.
And if
See that
there's
then.
any immediate
We'll have to
buyback, we'll
keep-
have people there.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we're just keeping it, we gotta get it somewhere anyways.
That's
I
a
would have
prime
figured
target, though.
this out beforehand, so I'll give you a second to discuss.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'd probably just say teleport to Chino.
I think so too. Have some help, because it's not all going to go to us. It's going to be probably 50-50 with the other guys too. So we want to make sure that everything is divvied out and
And the airship is super vulnerable, like
just
to be carrying all that wealth on it.
yeah.
One thief in the night.
Yeah. This will probably be like a few days of going back and forth into town to discreetly sell off
So why don't we do
wares.
inside Chino then?
You
Inside
only do
Chino.
$9,999 of time, or the IRS is going to investigate this.
Why have we been selling 909,999 things of gold?
That you wouldn't come talk to me. Go away.
So you guys aim for which part of the Adventurers Guild?
Probably like the main dining room,
Pretty large.
main area. I don't know.
Probably that's
Wherever
that.
the meetings would take place, probably.
Wherever the ceiling is at least 10 feet high.
Good point. Might be helpful. Just
Because I don't remember there being any designated like teleportation area.
Nope. It's about a day and a half old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, with all this weight of gold, our airship would probably just go.
Yeah, what if we do if we crash the airship?
Got a warranty, right?
I know. Wait,
yeah.
does it?
So probably just this main area here. That might be the
Oh, I
best
think it's an
thing.
insurance scam.
The last day we have it of the year.
Oh, pickles! Crash the airship.
Man, can't believe this.
I'm gonna call the underwriter.
I can't believe that mace has been concentrating for a week.
Yeah, it has been. It's holding on.
A smart mace.
Concentration hard.
Must have took a Billy.
Took a real Billy to get that done.
Yeah. 2 Billy.
As you guys are teleporting and landing into the main hall here, you guys were smart enough, or at least the Arcane Sentinels were, to give a heads up that you guys were coming before you arrived, as to not have an interesting situation where the place was already a little too occupied. So the room's already been semi-cleared of occupants that are waiting for your arrival, as landing down full tons of treasure and gold, platinum, chest overflowing,
become a
slamming in,
kangaroo.
and you can hear the coins clattering to the ground and everything all around. Stepping out of all the different rooms and access are different adventurers and people that were called to aid and help you guys. That you guys have been gone for what feels like an eternity. For what was an hour and a half ago. And here you are landing back with Arcane Sentinels, stuffed to the gills and having rather, worn expressions, various amounts of damage to your gear, to other things like that. A little bit of black streaks from lightning and other things that have seared a few of you. And as everybody lands down here, there is an overall like, whoa, oh my gosh, you guys made it! Yeah! We totally didn't think that you were going to make it. And you hear another voice like, I knew you guys would make it. Arcane Sentinels are the best. And just, it's like all this chatter and all this commotion and excitement. And there's a bit of a chaos overall to the room as you guys are all landing. And that starts to subside a little bit before you guys see Amelia Silverheart rolling out and coming to the head of the table. And there's everyone, please quiet down. And spoken with a little bit of thaumaturgy throughout the voice, and it spreads through the room. Everyone quells. And she goes, I'm going to have a moment to speak with just these two groups at hand. And we will have time to address everybody's concerns and the events of what happened sooner rather than later. But I need to get a report from them, and I can share this with you all. Today has been a harrowing and testing and trying day on our guild, our Chino heroes and all. We have just christened the Adventurer Hall with a threat of destruction. And it brings to my light and my attention the need for us to have this place be secure, be ready for something to go down. So, we will be enlisting several of you on quests to acquire said defenses, to get this thing fully kitted out and ready for something like that. Because I don't like being caught with my pants down. And that's what that felt like. And she's like looking, she's looking over directly to you, and you feel like the eyes are like boring into you. And there's just this overall aura of disdain.
Giving disdain.
It's my aura of flies and green.
You just turn around to everyone else in the room. Get out!
As
Mental state, please.
he goes, but tonight we will celebrate the success and the safety, and we will share the stories of what happened. For now, congratulate them, but please give us space. You have 5 minutes. And over the next 5 minutes or so, you have different people coming up and going, hey, that's, whoa, look at that. And just different points of this, like looking at your statues and other things like that. It's like, what did you guys fight this thing? Did you kill it? Like, it was supposed to come here and said it was a dracolich.
It was.
Killed it? That's insane.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
And you see, like, just right off to the side, you have the Arcane Sentinels, like, arms crossed and, like, waiting for you just to take all the credit. and overall silent in their composure.
Hey.
We had some help.
Bar door.
Bar door.
Bar door!
Flashback. I'm popping a Billy. No.
Give me one more thing again.
You do have a bag.
No.
2 more. It's buried underneath gold right now. I don't know. I missed a golden opportunity to be a kangaroo there. And
Oh, man.
Would have been good.
Anybody trying to steal any of the gold?
Make a perception check.
Super not. Everything's fine.
There's a lot of people all around.
There sure
You
are.
only make the assumption that, yes, they have.
Cool.
I mean, an errant piece has rolled away. I mean, this is from a dragon.
Come on, observers person.
I don't care.
with my passive perception being so high, would I have noticed something like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would have seen different people be like, look at that, yeah.
I totally
And
wouldn't
they
say
just
anything.
never put it back down. You know, they never
Mhm.
put it back on the pile, but they're like,
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
I say nothing.
and slowly they all filter out of the room, and you guys are left with the Arcane Sentinels and Lilia Silverhawk as she goes, "You're alive. You made it."
You seem surprised.
I am surprised that you are alive.
Thank you.
And I'm going to withhold my opinion at this time.
You're on a roll.
I am not rolling.
Too bad. Too bad.
I could be.
Who wants to regale me with the events?
I think it has
Nobody's
to be
eager.
Run, right?
Everyone's eager.
I got-
And you can see that even the Arcane Sentinels are not eager.
So, how it all started is, pretty much, was it the gate spell? Is that the one? I didn't pay attention. Summoned me forth. Guess it stayed open longer than it needed to, because these idiots came through like, we're not gonna let Oberon die. He cast Ascending, said, we need help badly, and then the Arcane Sentinels came through. We had about, I'd say 2,000 kobolds over the balcony, not balcony, but the valley looking at us, and Shallcross there as well. And all hell broke loose. We fought her to start, and she started trying to escape. So we pushed further. She tried to powered kill 2 of the Arcane Sentinels. We stopped that. Me and Elwyn. She got me in her grasp. I used a free movement scroll, got out. And then we followed her into her lair. Finished the fight there in the Arcane Sentinels. Eric over there. That's the fighter, right?
You should have seen that we were flashy.
Yeah, you should have seen him. She was already hurt, but I mean, I've never seen 5 attacks go out that fast.
Eric seems very proud.
But he killed her. We went down below, found our horde. Spent the last hour pretty much there, grabbing all we can, taking things of importance. There were 3 beating hearts, which I
Did
think
bring with us technically.
which I think were her phylactery, and they have been dealt with.
Well, in the time that you've been gone, we've had multiple scry spells on you all, and I appreciate the updates of knowing that when you were safe or not. We were trying to find a way to get to you and locate exactly where this was to send more, but we were not having much success. There's a lot blocking view over her domain, some kind of protection, something. And we feared we lost some great assets there. But ultimately, we weren't sure when we were preparing, and I was scrambling around getting everybody prepared. It crossed my mind that she wouldn't be that stupid to come here and incite the wrath of many a district for stepping into the central trading hub unsealed. And I did not consider in time the possibility of her having access to something that powerful, which makes me all the more fearful, because the lack of certainty on the phylacteries and why there were multiple concerned me. And what those were tied to and what those are involved with, and if it's her or she's coming back. And now, not only have we destroyed her and made her very angry and definitely are on the top of her list now, we have taken a lot of her items here set before you. I'm not saying that we should return them, but to understand what you are in now. There's another thing in this world to be batting in the pro leagues as a pro. But you're punching above your weight class at a alarming rate.
Tell us something new.
I fear for your life expectancy.
Yeah, me too.
And you can speak candidly, because this is the realization. I don't know how we keep you safe. I don't know where we put you. I don't know if she can cast that again. I don't know when she comes back. In our studies, it's somewhere around 10 days. It could be less, could be a touch more, unless the phylactery is destroyed. But typically, our knowledge of phylacteries being destroyed, there is a large release of necrotic energy. It is a very powerful thing, and it contains a soul. And if you aren't certain, it's most likely not. It is common for a phylactery to be disguised, to have fakes, to have something protecting it more. Heck, there was a legendary lich of a time before that was said to have made their phylactery a bloodline. A bloodline that had to be snuffed out of the world before they could be destroyed. And it was a noble bloodline. And it wasn't wipe this bloodline out and bring one of them back. It had to be cleared completely. So while actions of many were made to take down this lich eventually, there was a great sacrifice in this world of that. An evil was so clever. And I imagine with this Draco Lich, Shellcross, you put something crafty in her way to keep her from being able to come back. And I don't know if you have any clues to the puzzle, but this is your number one priority. And there's a clock. You have to find the phylactery, destroy it before she strikes first. So, while I want to celebrate, while I want to be merry, and I will for the sake of everyone else that just rallied to try to protect you, to say that it wasn't fruitful, wasn't fruitless, to make sure that it had purpose, we will celebrate tonight. We will feast. But by God, it may be as well be your send-off. I don't want that, and I want to help you, and I want to put our resources. So whatever you know, share with me, and we'll get Sophia, we'll get all of our intelligence on working on finding this. And we're going to save you.
The cursed bloodline from before, how did they detect it?
So, one of the most sure ways for finding a phylactery is when the lich comes back. Very, very dangerous because it emerges 5 feet from its phylactery. But when something as powerful and complex as something like a bloodline, it was merely finding the last few as this kept resurging and getting stamped out with a response from many. Literal cataclysmic stage for the world to see them just be hoarded, this last of these nobles, and imprisoned away and some hidden away to destroy them that were innocent. And this didn't happen in my lifetime, but I can only imagine living it. I've heard the stories, I've seen this. This was thousands of years ago, before the convergence. And so, I know it could be possible. But this Shellcross, as I know it, hasn't been at the height of her power for decades. And to my knowledge, not for no very extended period of time. Because as it is usually rooted out, they are dealt with as handedly as they can because of the sensitive nature of their strength.
I'll say mentally to the group that I can't get out of my head that it was something disguised as treasure or disguised as part of the setting we were in. I don't know why. It's just a hunch. But how clever would it be if your phylactery was a piece of gold in a room full of gold?
Oberon, how did you escape?
Well, the horde used to be up in the upper layers. I stole the loot. She tried to cast some kind of spell on me, but I was able to run away and get out. Besides that, wasn't much to it.
She didn't try to kill him. What if you
what I was thinking.
tried the phylactery?
You want to test that?
I don't want to kill you.
Do we have a
But-
revivify?
But if it works,
I do.
Yes.
You can't be revivified.
well,
If destroyed in that manner, you will be gone. There will be no coming back. But one way to find out, in the same way they did it historically, she will arrive 5 feet from you if you are it.
Wouldn't he be giving off necromancy magic if that was the case?
Have I cast Identify on him before?
I don't think so.
couldn't hurt to.
We need to know.
I mean, if it is me,
Respectfully.
nothing that happened that bad 2 days ago was respectful.
She didn't have to give you that.
I'm gonna use a
potion,
spell
she-
slot to cast Identify.
Okay.
Not that one.
So you cast it out, touching Oberon.
Mm-hmm.
As you lay hands on Oberon,
She gave me the first one though.
Respectfully.
Do you consent?
Yeah, of course. Selwyn.
you're pulling back energy. There is a strong binding contract that seems to be attached with Oberon. Something of a deal. And the forfeiture of his soul. There's with Identify, it's not plain as day, it's not perfect, but there is something connected to a binding blood contract that would be used in such a way, possibly by a devil or a demon. And that's more of what you're getting connected with this, but not like this necromantic energy that's so off-putting that you're like, yep, this is it. But there's something there, and there's something nefarious, and you already knew of that side. You don't know all the strings.
Nope.
You didn't even read it.
Nope. Couldn't read.
There's something, but I don't think it's phylactery.
Well, that's good. Because I don't have to die. Not right now, at least.
Sure do hope so.
I don't think. I don't know what the terms are what of your contract were, but there's something lingering there.
But if you want to try.
But your soul is forfeit. Are you able to be revivified?
That would answer a good question. Maybe let's not test it then.
Well,
Or we could test it. And I'm kaput.
Let's not.
We have
If
enough
I-
money to get you a
All in
clone now.
favor?
Wait, what if we get him a clone
Yes.
first?
Can you swap souls with somebody?
Yes. It's weird though, I think.
it's far beyond my purview.
Pretty Freaky Friday.
Yeah, I wouldn't know much else besides Freaky Friday.
Well,
What if we get you a clone? Does the clone still have the contract tied to them?
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Ah.
well, here's the thing. We could kill you now, and there's the possibility of you not being able to be resurrected. There's also the possibility of you being the phylactery. But then again, if she was already a lich before you made the contract, then perhaps you were not the phylactery because she would have already had a
It was
phylactery.
more like the process because.
Ding, ding, ding. It wasn't a process.
Okay.
Get to live.
Good, because I was about to ask the awkward question: how many unknown kids do you have that we have to track down and kill now?
None yet.
So,
That you know of.
And
I
if-
danced in a
with-
cage for a living.
with timelines established, there's no way that you're the
Okay, cool.
Thank God.
Well, if you are, we'll know in 10 days.
Yep.
Give or take.
There's the.
That'd be an awkward night.
Oh, these may be of some import. I'm not sure.
The tapestries.
Yes, that too. I'll get to that in a minute. But I'm gonna use Mage Hand to get the goblets out, and I'll get all of them and lay them how they were where I found them.
Why does that seem to be important?
Well, this one is the Paladin Order, and I haven't gotten to the rest of them yet. But these were in a very... These were not with the rest of the Horde. These were above level, heavily booby-trapped in the chest. These may have some import as far as who they belong to, or they could just be worth money, a lot of money, and maybe her prized possession. I don't know.
Have we spoken to her all about the prophecy?
No. Legend lore might be able to find out, but I don't know that one.
Don't know anything about these, but if you feel that they are of some importance, maybe we can get Sophia to dive into what these may be.
Don't touch them with your hands because they will try to possess you. Maybe?
You don't respect the safe word.
No.
All right. That's off-putting.
There's also the tapestries, and I'll go into and explain what those meant.
All right. She takes that in, and dragons tend to have a large hubris, and tapestries and the statues depict of the grandeur of which they so covet. So I have no surprise that she probably felled other dragons and expanded her territory, claimed those from others. And that's probably how she amassed what wealth she had was from those others that she stamped out in the process of claiming her land. One of the best thing about dragons is how much greed they have, because they destroy other dragons and keep the numbers in check. If they were to fully work together, that's when things would get bad. But thankfully, they tend to ebb and flow in that way, check and balance system. So I have no doubt this must be where these things are from, but I will get Sophia looking into those chalices.
The final thing I'll add is, and I'll pull up the stalactite rock that Oberon cut. This is from the stone of stalactite of the lair, so maybe in teleporting there, this may help.
Oh yes,
So
that will very much help.
put that in
And I will have Sophia do haste on making sure this is ingrained in what we're doing. Is our intention to empty the place?
I mean,
I don't see why not.
if it's going to come back anyway, we might as well get paid for it.
I think anyone else deserves it
I
more
had
than
an
we do.
idea. There's a lot of money in there. And here's the thing, we kind of need to buy back the Heart of Ages. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here?
If there's enough.
Couldn't be a bad idea.
Just the small amount that we brought back is worth.
A mil
A few
plus.
million.
Yeah.
You see the arcane sigils go. Hang on. What is this Heart of Ages?
Oh, I thought yours were here.
Classified.
Classified. No, I think not. Spell.
Wheels, you want to take this one?
If I must. Anyone?
I mean, I could explain it, or actually let him you can explain it, Bookkeeper.
It's a long story.
10 words or less.
The short version is
Big shiny rock, go boom.
We bring the book.
potential civil war amongst the Warforged.
Comma.
Okay, Civil War, got it. Warforged, got it.
We stole the heart from
Alpha
the
Constructs.
Alpha Compound.
Who even knows anymore?
It's an arcane battery that powers a mech.
Thanks. You can see Eric appreciated that explanation.
Massive construct.
I thought mine was perfect.
So you said buy. You had it And why don't you have it?
Well, we stole it for someone who hired us to do it.
Ah,
And then
fell
found
into
out
that one before. I understand.
afterwards who they were selling it to.
And what it was used for. But obviously, we've already made enough enemies, so we thought go ahead with the deal and find another buyer that could potentially buy it up from the other group.
It's at this point that Will's. I'm saying it now.
You were saying it last night.
Silverhawk chirps up and says, no.
Silverhawk.
Chirps up.
She has a kid, maybe.
When she's a clone.
Clone.
She says, if you all are in agreement and consenting to this, these are a lot of riches. We could try to flip it and all these different art pieces and tapestries and statues and turn it into a pretty notable size bid. We won't know until we can fence all the items. So if you know someone in a large antiquity trade, then maybe we can get this done quickly.
I know a certain goblin.
Okay.
Boblin.
It may need more than one source. You may need to diversify to be able to move this much materials. This is, I mean, what you're asking about is potentially very dangerous loot of various rarities and importance to be sold quickly and for a notable value with little to no questions. So you need connections.
I have those connections.
Okay, good. I'm not going to ask why.
You of all people have these connections. Oh wait.
Maria literally just told
That's why I said,
you
oh,
all
wait.
of it like 2 days
That's
ago.
why I said, oh wait. Sorry, my mind's been preoccupied
Noble
with
family connections
total
that I
dragon
might have
death.
that would be interested in the
And drugs.
procurement.
You are in very good circles overall.
Cool.
And there is a sense of not dirtying the books of what is completely clean and of pretty good wealth. So there's a selection of nobles' dealings very carefully.
Telepathically, you all get that was literally my job for 2 years.
Another thing that comes to y'all's
We need
name.
10 years of experience, but thank you for applying.
Another name that comes to y'all's brain is actually Grog Stonebeard.
True.
That was y'all's
Robert safe.
interactions early on.
We're literally
with
pirates.
Oh, there's a guy that was in the market that made really good studded leather armor.
Robert. So
They might be a little
between
tied up at the moment.
potentially Maria's connections and your connections, Grog Stonebeard's connections, along with Robert's recommendation,
And the
or
pirates.
possibly the pirates, Mr. Z's connections, very much on the black market side, and then also with your relation now to Boblin. So there's a lot of various signs and efforts to be able to move some of these things.
My
Could be
bestie.
possible. The Arcane Sentinels, after hearing more details about all this, there's a lot of danger, and this is Rex's. There's a lot of danger connected to this, and a lot of heat. It might be best that we don't hang on to the items for when she does come back. If they are dispersed to the winds and exchanged for value, her direction of ill will not be on how the items are connected or all in one place or easy to get back. It will be purely at finding us. And if we're notably hidden in such a way or have already moved fast enough to deal with her, there could be any one of some kind of tracing sigils on any one of the items that we have, and which she could try to find us. And if we're not connected with the Horde, we are probably safer off. Boy, some of these items sweet.
I had a thought. What if knowing that it was possible for her to be killed, she had a secondary layer where she kept her phylactery. Do you think any of her minions would know about such a second hidey hole? It's just a thought. Because she wouldn't want to come back to her lair if she was assuming she might be killed in her lair.
Maybe some minions would know, but definitely not just kobolds. There's a bunch of kobolds. It'd be up to someone deeper in her circles that I don't even know about.
Also, you said kobolds, right?
Yeah.
Typically with Lich, they have lots of undead servants.
Didn't see many
They
undead.
practice in undeath and necromancy.
We didn't see many undead.
So
Didn't see
maybe
any
she's rolling off of draconic origins for her lair, and that's not where she's studied all of her undeath. And the one she's coming back to is.
Somewhere else.
That makes sense to
No,
me.
make it all-
I mean, the minions should have seen it sooner. Should have been more clear. That seems to be of what she's inherited from expanding territory or from when she was a blue dragon. She's not that anymore. So, that points us to that. And where did she get the knowledge to become the Lich in the first place? It's not an easy process. So, there's a lot to discover, a lot of information to figure out. And it seems like the Arcane Sentinels are on board with fencing all of what can be found and applying it towards paying for a higher bid over the highest bidder for the Heart of the Aegis, which I will do my best on procuring what funds I can to put forward to it, because I think this is a worthy endeavor, and it's not easy to come up with 11 million or more. And you see as she says that, the Arcane Sentinel is kind of like, it's so much money. And even for them, they're just like, oh.
Yeah, it hurts the soul.
We're kind of boosting our cut by doing this in a way, though, because we're going to drive the price up.
Oh, yeah.
Another thought.
I was gonna say
This is like an ancient blue dragon. What if we went and tried to find the oldest other blue dragon and see if they know anything about her?
Don't you have a contact in the
Punching above your weight class, that sounds fine and dandy, but you won't get killed.
Yeah, blue dragons are still more generally evil. They probably just kill us.
Don't you go seeking out ancient.
Afghan?
Afghan? Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't really do bad things. He's more like a good thing person.
He may know something though.
He seems to be.
No things.
He seems to be very educated.
Couldn't hurt to
Reads
ask
a lot.
metallic
He drinks and he
dragons.
knows things.
You did. I will use my gauntlet sending to contact Afcon and say, kill the Lich. Not sure where the phylactery is. Something like that. You know things. Please help.
Dear. A Lich?
Guess we could have used the name.
I don't
I panicked.
know everything. No.
Did you say Dragon Lich?
Someone cast a name and correct my mistakes.
We've all met him, so.
I've already used mine.
I will use my last 3rd level spell
I
slot.
don't think I've cast one today.
If you want to.
Okay.
I've already used my gauntlet, so if I'm going to do it, I have to use my last spell
Okay,
slot.
I'll send. Draco Lich.
Name.
Shellcross. Blue Dragon once was.
What was it called? The lair that we fought?
Thunderclap Crater.
Crater. Please help.
We rich.
Thank you for your keyword search inquiries.
Afcon later found Google.
Boots sounds off. I hope you're okay. I will research.
He's gonna research.
Nice.
I think it's a good idea if you guys do spin up as many people looking into this, so So any contacts you have within a studied realm, it would be good to get as many people peering into to uncover something.
What about Mr. Turtle?
Yeah, so I was thinking that too. I don't have it.
We could go try and talk to Master Thine in the library.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name. Never knew it.
I didn't either.
He's like the name of the spice.
About fine, you knew.
Notes somewhere in
Is there anything else of import?
How
How much of the wealth did we actually are we able to
We
accumulate?
still gotta open the
Accumulate
other
like
chest, too.
percentage wise?
I think at least a couple million.
I have no
Percentage wise, like 10%, 5% probably.
well, the bag of
It's
holding
hard,
can hold
it's
a
hard
lot.
to tell exactly. Nobody really made an effort of trying to tally or trying to measurably start figuring it out. You know that the items that you hold in all these chests are of notable value, more so than just a pile of gold.
Yeah.
You know?
Did we open all the chests?
Oh yeah. No,
Let's get the, I guess.
To make sure we cover everything as far as the phylactery, we've cast Identify on the loot before, correct?
some of it.
on the loot.
Because you said you
Oh.
stole it
Yeah.
from Shallcross's
And
hoard?
even legend lore has been cast on it,
Mm-hmm.
True.
All right.
seeing it to be pre-convergence.
The thought crossed my mind, and I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, this thing's been checked out. It's supposed to talk to me at some point, but it hasn't yet.
Did you try the cheese airplane?
I did.
It's worth a shot.
No, it's totally worth a shot. I remember swinging it at a giant. I don't remember that much though.
Didn't you get it back early? Was Boblin able to get all the research done on it?
All that he could.
I wasn't sure if you got it back early.
It had a name.
The Cascading Storm or something like that.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'll have to go
Cascading
look
Storm
back
or
up.
something like that. That's a long name.
I know, right? Just because I named it.
It's the CSST.
More words mean more power.
Yeah.
That's typically how games work. The more text, the more OP.
I've got the subtext for you though.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Italicized text in parentheses. OP.
The Sizzler.
Perfect.
Alright.
The slimy singer.
It looks like we have a lot of objectives, and there's a lot of things to accomplish. I will get Sophia on researching the chalices, locking in the coordinates for you guys to be able to teleport to the place with your gauntlets. You've already gone with one use today. Could push it, try to do another load today. I am not eager to send any groups other than yourselves. There.
Should sleep.
There's a lot of kobolds still.
Oh, you're right.
Though that treasure's gonna be gone when we get back.
So would it be better to go sooner and have an incursion, or figure out what's left?
Sooner, but we need some way to deal with these because we're all spent.
The kobolds are definitely already in there.
Moving things.
We're just stealing.
Cruz, get in here! And plop, 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 plop. Yeah! Got a mission for you. Go get as many things to carry as much as you can. And maybe a trusty 2-person or so. Got it! Steps off.
She loves killing stuff.
Pretty trusty.
She's great.
So, see how much can be acquired before the kobold's hand carried off. Time's ticking.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for a few minutes. Okay, maybe it's been a little while. Sure, things can't carry everything, right? How many kobolds are there?
2,000.
Give or take a few.
Goodness.
We did
Kill
get
a
like 20.
So 1,980.
We killed Chalcross's least favorite one too. The one that casted haste on her.
Yeah.
We did. Did we?
Yep.
I did.
Yeah.
She's
Y'all wouldn't have known, but.
Yeah.
But, you know how to know. So, chalices. Send a cruise ASAP. See if we can secure a perimeter of what's remaining. And get you guys rested to be able to send back ASAP. That's this pocket. Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, research. get as many feelers out, as many contacts as possible. Try to make a list of who all is being reached out to about what. All right. Next. Third is figuring out who to fence all the materials to, who all your contacts are, establishing relationships with them, and getting whatever might be the best thing to give to them to fence it off. The end is compiling everything. Wealth, what we can gain, knowledge of what we can gain, and make a plan. Hopefully we know where her real lair is, or where she's housing this, and send an onslaught to it before she comes back. And we can hopefully buy this ages before it gets sold. We're not sure how much time we have for that bid. Seems
13
pretty-
days still.
I have another idea. What if we enlisted all of our robot friends to go to the library and help us search for info? We have 5 robots on our ship.
Yeah, but I think they're only hired to manage the ship.
In my experience, they work best off of instruction, not discovery. However, if you can hire out, gold does everything.
Ah, we're broke.
If you hire out some people to start researching on your behalf, you could get quite a few hirelings. So you're doing so.
Probably use your connections in the library to get some people to actually do it.
Let's hire the students that made the crappy scrolls.
Everything, you have a lot of good relationships at the academy?
Sure.
We've met the head guy.
We have met the headmaster.
Oh. Lovely.
Yeah.
Nobody meets him.
Yeah.
We got lucky.
We got very lucky.
Something like that.
We got Varric, but I don't know how inclined he would be to help.
What about that one guy?
Jimothy?
How do y'all all know his name?
He would do anything for you.
Probably.
You want to ask our little gnome fella? I don't remember his name.
Oh my god, yes. He would be so down. Maybe we can find him at the library later.
Maybe.
So, is there anything else we need to discuss before action?
Oh gosh, I don't think
We have the
so.
robots take pictures and we digitize the entire database of life.
We can give them messages. Well, no, we can just send messages, so that's redundant.
Step 1. Take D&D, make internet. Great success.
We're gonna create AI. Oh wait, it's already there.
Wait. Technology came in a different order.
Yeah, that's it. So,
All right. Well, everybody has their goals and what we need to do. So, let's get it done. All right. And she grabs up the She grabs
Gotcha.
something else.
Use
to
your
grab
legs.
the chalices. So,
Can't possess something that's not.
You just don't have a person.
Anyways, we probably should open up the rest of the chest and see what we actually have. And
Yep.
work on identifying. I can work on
Shall we?
identifying whatever hasn't been identified in the room.
You also have the enhance ability, by the way.
Open jump.
So still advantage.
Good, because that was in that one.
That's 15.
What are we rolling again?
23.
Yes.
23.
22.
22. You guys start cracking chests. And even with those checks, y'all can apply those to multiple. So as you just start going down, and not under the same pressure that you were before, you get a little bit of time, get a little bit of space to work with. And you guys start pulling the items out, and between the different mages in here,
Yep.
between Rexus and yourself, you guys start discovering things 10 minutes at a time.
Yep.
And not expending further what you guys
I'll do the sword first.
Oh, yeah, do this.
The sword.
The sword.
Do the ring second.
Soul
please.
cleaver.
Or no.
Soul cleaver.
The Lich Bane sword. A legendary longsword with an obsidian blade that pulses with radiant energy. Designed to destroy undead. This blade deals an extra 48 radiant damage to undead creatures. has the ability to cast Dispel Evil and Good once per long rest. On a critical hit against an undead, the target must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw or be destroyed outright.
Ooh.
If you were to put a rough value of what this thing is worth and potentially fence for money, anywhere between 500,000 and $1 million.
Pretty big gap.
Baby.
Somewhere in there.
There's a hard line between do you keep it or do you sell it towards your advancement?
Mm-hmm.
Should
we-
we're on Pawn Stars.
Should we go ahead and like split up and have people go, like if you go talk to Mr. Z, you go to the library,
Yeah, I was
you
kinda
go to your
thinking that.
contacts, and who do you have? I
I
mean,
can see if Varric will help, but
well, what
see.
about who you were?
Good.
Maria and
Yeah, I was going to say you could try and talk to Maria.
If you go to the library, and then I'll go to Maria.
and then
Or Starlight.
You think?
Potentially.
Huh?
With connections.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna keep on identifying things.
I'll sit here and look pretty.
Sounds great.
You don't want to go talk to Boblin?
Oh my god.
Eventually we should sleep, maybe?
Eventually.
Also, yes. Be a good idea.
So, we're going to fast forward through some of the monotony of this.
Yeah, yeah.
But I need you guys to crack open your notes or a piece of paper and a pen. I can give you guys one if you'd like. If you want to write anything down and establish who's doing what with where. It'd be great if y'all had a party composition of who's doing what and at least have it concise so that we can read out what's happening and who's doing what and track what's being done.
Did Soul Cleaver have any like
Okay.
plus to hit
So
or anything
you're
like that?
identifying
Okay.
magic items.
Figured I'd
Yeah.
ask.
No.
Yes.
But it is, I mean,
Legendary.
properties is
Insane.
insane.
That's so
Oberon is going to Boblins.
It's a +4 damage at least because you get 48s.
Well,
Eli,
well,
are
I
you
guess
going to
I'm
the
I guess I'm
library?
dead.
Yep.
Verlaine.
I'm going to read out the chest items that you guys have gotten
Yep.
and start identifying.
Yep.
Um,
I'm writing down that and all their potential values.
so, a crown of the Storm King. A crown once worn by a Storm Giant King, capable of granting immense control over lightning and thunder. While worn, you gain resistance to lightning and thunder damage, and you cast the Storm of Vengeance spell once per long rest. Additionally, once per day you may call a bolt of lightning from the heavens as if using call lightning, dealing 8d10 lightning damage to the target within 100 feet. The
Storm of
value
what?
It is
Storm of
called
Vengeance.
the Crown of the Storm King.
Vengeance. Storm of Vengeance.
The value is estimated somewhere between 500,000 and 700,000.
Jeez.
It is also considered a legendary.
That's crazy.
A very rare item.
Is-
Amulet.
Sorry, is this from a document? Like on
Can
your-
copy.
Can you
paste
just
things
copy
to
and paste things to me?
Totally.
That would be much easier.
If you want to write down just the names of things.
That's what
Too. But I want to read them out so everybody knows.
Got it, yeah.
Overall. Amulet of the Devourer. An amulet made from a fragment of a lich's phylactery. It grants the wearer the ability to resist necrotic damage and store the life force of creatures they slay. Up to 50 hit points, which can be used to heal the wearer as a bonus action. Anywhere valued between 50,000 and 100,000. A ring that you have is now identified. Boot is the Ring of Elemental Command, an air ring. This ring grants the wearer control over air elementals, allowing them to cast control weather, chain lightning, and fly at will.
That's sweet.
It also provides the wearer with advantage on saving throws against electricity and the ability to breathe in any environment.
Ring of elemental control?
Command.
Command?
Elemental Command. I gotta to double check the at-will. I think there might be charges on that. I can't remember. Rare items. Staff of Thunder and Lightning. You're familiar with that one.
I am.
A Frostbrand Scimitar. Deals an additional d6 cold damage. And can extinguish non-magical flames within a 30-foot radius. Gain resistance to fire damage while wielding it. Anywhere from a value of 25,000 to 50,000. And the staff is somewhere between 30,000 and 50,000. The uncommon items, there is a wand of magic missiles, about 5,000 gold pieces worth. The boots of the Winterlands, which you found, allows the wearer to ignore difficult terrain caused by ice and snow and resist cold damage and stay comfortable in extreme cold temperatures. Worth about 4,000. And the Decanter of Endless Water, a magical decanter that can produce a seemingly infinite amount of water. When uncorked, the decanter can pour a trickle, a stream, or geyser of fresh water on command, valued at around 3,500 gold pieces. But those are the magic items.
What was the one before the Ring of Elemental Command?
That was the Amulet of the Devourer. And that was worth between 50 and 100.
There wouldn't be any way to track what the phylactery is if it's made from.
No, it seems to just be a
From-
fragment of one.
Okay.
And how much was the Ring of Elemental Command worth?
Around 75,000 to 100,000.
And okay, so just to make sure I got everything: Soul Cleaver, Crown of the Storm King, Ring of Elemental Command, Amulet of Devourer, Staff of Thunder and Lightning, Frostbrand Scimitar, Wand of Magic Missile, Boots of Winterland, Decanter in this water.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you also were able to find the chalices,
Mm-hmm.
each one seeming to have a value of over 60,000 gold pieces. The rare paintings and portraits that were in there, that you guys haven't recovered yet, so hopefully you guys can. But these are, there's 10 of them, worth up to 400,000 gold pieces in total.
400K.
Yeah.
For all 10 of them?
So about 40,000 pieces. And the dragon bone sculptures are worth about 100,000 each. As a set, about 400,000. Maybe more. Depends on the buyer. The exquisite tapestries, all 6 total together, would probably be around $500,000. Not dollars, gold pieces. And then you guys haven't recovered many gems. The diamond. But the diamond and another chest that had 3 royal star sapphires, which are rare blue star sapphires, each set in a golden frame. The diamond seems to be worth somewhere around 300,000 gold pieces.
Okay.
A legendary sized flawless diamond, said to have fallen from a celestial dragon in a long forgotten war. And then the 3 royal star sapphires, valued at 150,000 gold pieces each.
How much? Sorry, 150.
150 each.
150 each.
Depending on what you guys can recover over the next few days, and your efforts, you have potential to roughly. Everybody make an intelligence check.
Bad.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
That's
17.
That's right. Yeah.
18.
Everyone's giving their small depictions of what they were able to find there and see there, and you're kind of giving your rough numbers. Anywhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 8 million in coins and gemstones in value. A lot of money.
In the whole horde, or just
In the
okay?
horde. We'll see how much y'all can recover of that. But it pieces out to, if y'all are able to sell all this, you'll probably be really close to 9 million in value. But if you're able to sell things for more, I guess.
Dang it, I had a question. Now it's gone. How much? Oh yeah, how much gold and gems were we able to accumulate just from throwing it into our pockets?
From what you guys were able to gather so far, and what the sentinels were able to have, and with all the chests, a lot of nice gems and other things in there. You had easily have a cool million.
Okay.
So there is a potential 5 to 7 potentially sitting back there, somewhere in that loose range. Who knows how much you're able to recover, and then how much you may be able to sell off these different items for, and if you can. But it gives you a list of at least what different items possible. We'll kind of jump forward with efforts, but we're going to go to break. And then we're going to kind of divvy up a little bit on break before we come back. Who's doing what, and what everybody wants their efforts to be. And then we're going to be playing out / rolling for those successes to try to see how fast you guys can chip away some of these objectives and what you can learn and see what happens next. So, we'll be right back, guys. Probably very close to 9, because it'll probably be a little bit larger of a break, about 19 minutes or so is my guess. So, stick with us, and we'll see you guys shortly.
Oh, we lost a camera. Somebody hit the feed.
Which one is that?
It's down. Somebody stepped on the cord.
It's probably me and Clark were messing around.
I live!
Spoiler, Relaine dies this episode.
Who told you?
Still says it outside.
It does. I was hoping it would rain. Spoiler.
In like 3 weeks.
I know. That's how much it has. Like, isn't that crazy? Just dry.
Wasn't the dean of the academy a storm giant?
He was.
I wonder if he would want a crown of the storm.
He is.
He was.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
He could have
What?
transitioned. He could have transitioned. I don't know.
I wonder if
You
the,
mean they
if
could've
the dean would want a crown of the storm king.
To a storm midget.
Cancelled.
I would like to contact them, they, with my gone.
I know a few of those.
Probably 8.
I don't discriminate.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I'm a progressive monster.
we have a lot of things at hand, and the way we're going to progress through our attempts for contacts or all these different means are trying to bulk mass these things. So some things will be D20s and skill checks, others will be D100s in your efforts. The more detail you give me on how you are doing something, the less that is left up to interpretation, the better chance of getting what you desire. If you give me, I go talk to Mr. Z, and we roll 1d100, that could look a lot of different ways of my interpretation, you know? But if you give me, here's what my goal is, I would like to start and say this, and what I have, you know, like, you give me context clues, you give me where your intention of like, here's my effort, but I'm willing to settle for this. Those will better give you a narrower field of success rather than this vague onslaught of I did this. So that's my own big disclaimer. I know we've kind of have it broken down into a little bit of what may be your first day's effort, which is you guys are very tapped on your resources right now. It's about just early afternoon. The sun is going to be setting very soon. There's only so much you can accomplish for the rest of today. Crews has been sent out ASAP with a portable hole and a few other things trying to secure the room and get as much under her possession as possible so that can future be carved out. So she is heading off for that success. I need someone to roll me 1d100 on how successful Cruz is on stopping the kobolds and securing the room.
What if instead of gold, she just brings home kobolds?
They started eating it. They started eating the gold, so I just started killing them and putting them in the hole.
2 zeros is 100, yeah?
Yeah?
What?
No, 2 zeros on that is just 0, and then that's your thing added to it.
What?
Would you
that would be
roll?
What's your tens dice? 2 zeros?
Yeah.
What's your singles dice?
6.
6. So you got a 6.
The 6D, right? The one
That's
of
the
tens.
only way to roll a 6. Because there's
No,
not.
that's
you
true.
can roll 60 on the
Yeah.
tens dice.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Yeah. That's the only way. So, you guys haven't heard from Cruz.
Dang.
She's been gone for a small minute. You guys have been planning what to do.
Oh no.
However, your actions are rolling out, and soon, you probably will get word and send word to her. At this moment, you don't know of her success and how things have gone.
So what's 10?
That would be 10, plus 6 would be a 16.
So you'd have to get a 90 and then...
If you get a 100, it's 3 zeros across the board.
Yeah, all zeros.
So the D10, if it rolls
Because
on
you don't,
0,
it's not 0 to 100, it's 1 to 100, or 1d100. So if you get a 0 on your single dice, and the 0, 0 on your 10s, that's 100.
But then should that be?
So if it was 2 zeros and a 9, it would be what? 99?
No, it's not.
That's 9.
It's a 6.
But then
It
how
is.
does that make
It is a
100 if
6.
you get
So it's just a
3 zeros?
placeholder. If you have 3
Because
zeros,
you
you're
can't
just
get a 1. Like you can't get a 0 on the dice.
Okay.
So that's the only result that gives you 100.
Okay.
Is this a? Let me look. Hold on 1 second.
You don't
Just a
have to
flashback. from
Yeah,
back
they're
in this
all.
before.
It's always a fun discovery. Going, oh, wait, no, why? What?
Would this be an ability check? Probably not.
No, it's not.
More of
It
a
is-
luck check.
Yeah, it's definitely more of like
Check.
here's a probability of
Okay.
the world going wrong
Okay.
or right.
There's nothing I can do. Ooh.
Or
Can't force rerolls on vibe checks.
Or I'll pull out my amulet and try to do what I did the other day.
I love the idea. So with this, while you guys are planning and plotting and all this stuff, somebody gets worried about Truce. Normally we hear from her, and they reach out, and all they get is and they go, "Oh no, Cruz is in trouble!" And you immediately clutch for the one thing that might potentially help.
Yeah.
For this, roll 1d100.
Oh boy. Okay.
You don't know what could possibly happen.
Yeah.
He hasn't told you guys much about this, but he is grabbing his time-touched heirloom to try and experience something that happened before.
Let's see. That's a 7 and a 10, or 40. So
47.
47.
47. As you haven't explored anything with the heirloom, with the nitty-gritties of it, you've had one night of trying to fiddle with this thing, trying to understand more about it, trying to unlock some kind of property. And as you try to do so, you focus in on it like you did before. Doesn't seem like anything happened. Everything seems fine. You're frustrated. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. 21.
It doesn't seem to be doing what it did before. You're not sure why. You're not sure what would have made it do what it did before. And after a little bit of time and everyone like, what do we do? What's going on? And goes, Silverhawk goes, don't worry, I'm sending someone her way. And shortly after or so, you relax. When you pull your hand off the heirloom, you feel time slip away from you.
Oh boy.
And you hear, Cruz is in trouble! And you are back to the effort of trying to stop it in the first place.
Dang.
And you're like, oh, I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
Nothing I can do.
And the same events seem to unfold without you doing anything differently, per se, or getting involved, or trying to unfold. Soon, Silverhawk goes, don't worry, I'm sending some help her way. And
Come on, Elwin, you don't want to get stuck in a time loop? Try again.
Let's go gambling! Oh, dang it.
But you guys are unsure what that means, and unsure of the events of what's happening. And you'll soon find out. However, what is y'all's first nights of efforts? What is the day without resources? What do you
really
do?
hard to go to sleep.
I gotta go talk to Boblin.
All right, so you head out for Boblin.
Okay, I guess I'll go with him.
All right, you going with him? All right, this will be your effort for this first day.
I thought we had planned to go to multiple locations together.
Okay, if you can. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. If you were trying to assist in a way with this, then that would be different.
So yeah, we had just planned to go there and then go see Stone.
Okay.
Whatever.
With this,
Yeah, I'm just
As-
going to speak to him. So
what is your intent?
I'm going to talk to him to try to figure out whether or not A, he wants to buy any of the items, B, if he knows anyone who would want to buy the items from us, and see if my exosuit's ready.
All right. How much of the items are you trying to reveal to him?
For now, I'll just reveal Soul Cleaver and the Storm Giant's helm because those are the two items he'd be most interested in.
Okay. All right. With this, you can either roll a persuasion check, or you can roll a 1d100.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna roll persuasion.
Okay.
Do I get advantage from him coming? Because that's
No,
that was
because
the
if you
point.
do, then I won't get to do anything.
Right.
Oh, okay. 16.
16.
I mean, 14.
14. As you end up talking with him, Boblin converses with you pretty quickly and goes, "Well, where'd you say you get these from?"
Remember Big Mama? The thing I told you about forever ago?
No.
Tell him about Big Mama.
I know you told me. You told me. I'm just saying no.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Killed her though.
Impressive. You?
Well, us,
Him?
and then had some help.
We.
We didn't take y'all for that time.
We.
Oi, oi, oi.
Spaghetti.
Oi. Baka.
Special discount. Boblin is very hesitant
Well, you
to
see,
be involved in it. But, you know, he's no stranger to risk. He's had some pretty untouchable items pass his way. He's got a chest. He can
not
put
a
things
picture.
in
Yeah, I
there.
wasn't bring that.
And he's like, I'm interested.
Thanks, buddy. You're the best.
He doesn't seem like way over the top, but he doesn't seem disinterested. And he tells you, consider it.
Good to know. Thanks, man.
All right.
Oh, exosuit.
No luck, I'm sorry.
No luck? Seriously. It's been like a week.
I know.
I mean, if it's gonna crush me, it's gonna crush me, so.
If you're not worried about that, we can give it a go.
While I'm here,
I mean,
why not?
why not? Right?
Yeah, maybe
What's
I'll
the
use
worst
me.
that could happen?
I could die in a bloody pit. So, not bloody pit. Into a bloody mess. There we
Anybody
go.
who could bring you back?
Probably.
Probably.
Nothing more.
Should we wait on them or just do it?
What do you think, Boot? I mean, nothing ever goes bad in Oberonville.
Yeah, I can't.
I think Oberonville was
do
destroyed.
that.
He doesn't want this on his conscience.
No, I don't want to be spell slot.
No. He's saying, should he do it? He's asking you, should he do it?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. I'll do it then. I'll go try to put it on.
Roll a 1d100.
Oh God!
Boy.
God!
Just
fucking
hang on.
damn it, Dave!
I'm gonna play by play with the group. Okay,
29?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Why did we let these two go together?
I don't know.
Because he rolled a 29, that's why.
If I have to teleport to the player's note.
Does it just so happen?
What are you doing at this moment in time?
Me and Relaine were gonna leave.
I was gonna send to Maria first.
He was gonna send to Maria first, and then we were gonna go to the library. He was gonna speak with Master Finding people. I would like to try to find Starlight if she is in the central hub, but if not, Academy to talk to Barrick and ask him if it would help for research. Starlight for potential buyers for like art stuff.
Do you have sending for Starlight? Like a spell?
No.
No, okay. So you don't know where to even start
Okay.
within the central trading hub for her. If you had a spell to reach out to her, great. But we can talk about going to the academy. With that, for your efforts in going and searching out Varric and starting that path, roll 1d100.
It's funny you said that because when I was like, I'm gonna go with Oberon and nobody said anything, we were like, yes.
A 7?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
7? Okay.
Oh, that's 7.
7.
Well,
And rolling right tonight.
So you actually, you went to the library first with Blaine. It's a little bit opposite the direction of the academy. You didn't factor in when everybody would be shutting up and going to bed and not really letting you into the academy. So by the time you finish up with the library, you're like, I didn't think this through. And you are unable to speak with Barrett tonight. So, for you and your success, talking with Master Thine and what else?
sending to Maria.
Okay. So, what message do you want to send to Maria?
We acquired a lot of sensitive items we need to sell discreetly. Can you come to Chino ASAP to determine possibilities?
Yes. I can see you. See you tomorrow. You can talk faster, Elaine. It's fine. And that's the, I know. The next thing you know, you just turned into the guy from the DMV, Zootopia. Flash, 7-yard guy.
Yeah.
That guy. That's great. All right.
Honestly, original idea for Relaine was somewhere between normal speaking speed and him.
I like it. You can tell she jests a little bit. She wants you to speed up. But she says she can meet you tomorrow with your efforts with Master Thine. Go ahead and roll 1d100.
That's pretty good. 75.
Let's go. Let's go. With your connections within the library, he's like, you could not have had better timing. I have a whole group under my watch over the next few days, and we would love to look into this. So,
Wonderful.
what most do you want me to look into?
Dracoliches. Blue history on blue dragons in the Dragon District. If you could find anything on a dragon named Shalcross specifically. Thunderclap Crater.
Sure.
If there's
Necromancy
anything-
in the Dragon District.
Necromancy in the Dragon District. I was going to say phylacteries specifically.
You could find specifics on Shalcross possibly through a history of, or a record of the destruction of Oberon's original village. If that was recorded, that could be a direct link to a name.
That.
Okay. Anybody else give a prompt here to prompt off of everyone's player knowledge of what needs to be researched? Nothing comes to mind, no worries.
How to get out of access to...
All right, so that's your efforts. And that is spinning up. He's excited. And he seems to have a lot of people at his disposal at the moment. And he's ready to steer him in all the different directions. All right.
And I'm ready to actively help with research unless somebody pulls me anywhere
yeah,
else.
You can jump straight into it. So.
I'm going home.
All right. You already used teleport once,
Sure
so
have.
you want to use it for today. Just bamf away.
I've already used it once, so I can do it one more time.
Yeah,
safely.
it's safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do it one more time
Yeah.
safely then. Cool.
Would you like to go ahead and roll a 1d100 for your efforts? And your specific efforts are in finding out contacts for with your mom about art dealings and potential buyers for items.
Yes. Boink. 75.
Nice.
Heyo. All right. So things are going pretty handy. You managed to hit the best timing on which to come home. Dad is not home. And he seems to be preoccupied with some other arrangements. And your mom is very excited to see you. And what would have been anxiety is just joy, because it's just like, my boy, he's home.
Let me look at you.
So with that, you start to uncover as much back and forth about what y'all, a little bit of detail what you got into. Not crazy, not enough to get worried, but that you have a few items that need to be moved quickly, and if you knew of anybody that would be interested in some very high-end items. And she gives you a few different contacts and possibilities and goes, if you can get the items to me, I think I can help you expedite this.
Oh. I can get them to you by tomorrow, probably. What time would be a good time to come around?
Anytime. It's actually wonderful timing. So, for the next few days.
What time is it now? It's really late.
Very.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come in the next couple of days and get going.
You're staying here tonight, right?
I wasn't planning on it.
I mean, don't want to go back at this hour. Do you want to risk teleporting back?
She probably cooked dinner.
Yeah, I'll stay today.
I have a question.
Yeah.
My effort was going to be for the next day because it requires sending. It's late. So I won't have an effort for today? Is that what that turns out to be?
You want to gear your effort into what resources you have. So if that's
Right.
going to talk to someone in person, if that's doing something, that's perfectly applicable. So if you don't have sending, then that's a tomorrow thing.
So then could I then apply my effort to helping him on his roll
Yes.
since I'm there?
Yes.
Okay. So you'll get to reroll your D100 for the mech.
You are.
Wait, roll
Good
now?
luck. Good luck.
70.
Oh, wow.
Good.
That's much better.
Hello, much better.
What is it?
I'll send you Mr. Z.
Mr. Z.
Yeah.
All right, so you're sending a message. What's your intent? Or do you want to go ahead and send the message word for word?
I'll send it word for word.
Okay.
Say, looking to sell multiple large rare gems and magical items. Do you have potential buyers that you could contact?
Nice. 5 words left over.
Ronnie, good to hear from you. Of course. I've got plenty of things that I can line up and... How many items? How soon? Get them to me?
Tomorrow.
You just can tell that there's there's a ton of excitement, interest, and the ability for those contacts, but he has a lot of questions because he can't really go down those avenues without answers to those questions. So it's very good result for your sending. However, you can't do more with less than 25 words. But any other effort that you'd like to do?
I think that's it. The only thing to do after that would be go there. I don't know if I would go there today because I already contacted him about bringing stuff. So maybe tomorrow we can bring some stuff to him to fence.
All right.
sell.
You do have one teleport user. Any place you want to go?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Let me jump back over to Oberon.
Hi.
Hi. So, in a fun exchange of events, he's pulling out this experimental exosuit, and
She's awesome.
you're excited. You're all about it. You're already starting to get ahead of yourself, and he's like, Be a little careful of the joint over here. It could collapse. Just watch it, and you start to lose your balance, And as you're just trying to climb into the side and not even have it activated yet, and it seems like it's going to buckle out from under you and potentially just destroy your leg. And Boot
Yes.
settles right up to the side of you and goes, "Oh, there you go, friend," and helps you from having your legs broken.
Thanks, man.
And he's over the next 20 or so minutes of bobbling, going, just for a piece of and hits it with a hammer. And next part, and he's pulling things. He's like, it needs a little bit more. You know, you're not as big as I thought you were. And he's working and fixing on this thing.
Boblin just called you fat.
No, he said the opposite. He said opposite. And
He said you look fat.
Well, I eat all
It's
those
the-
damn rats.
it's the aura. No.
My stinky aura.
Carnivore diet, you should be slim and mean.
Liver King over here.
Heart King.
Yeah, Heart King.
But over the next 30 minutes, an hour or so, pretty soon he is like fitting this together, and you feel this pulse of lightning, and you activate your immunity to lightning, and it like surges within you, and you're like, oh, this'll work. And you power into this suit, and you just feel the whole shoulders and back of this thing slide together and into place like it should be. Like we all been fighting it for this time. And he's like, oh dear, but you're fine.
That feels great.
No, you're alive.
Yeah, I feel awesome.
Yeah, we did it.
Does it have a helmet?
It does. It does.
Wow.
Ting, ting. Jarvis?
Almost. I'm half metal, half dragon now.
I'm not sure how long it can stay functional. Can you open it back up?
Yeah, how'd I do that?
Go ahead and just roll a d20.
11.
You
Is it enough?
roll your shoulders in a way that it seems to open back up what had just like pivoted into place. And he's able to grab a piece and slide it out. And he's like, okay. And it's like the back unfurls and goes back into a more inactive state. And he's like, we have just made leaps and bounds in progress. I know so much of what I need to do. How are you not dead?
Oh, so I can become immune to lightning stuff.
That's very helpful. We could use it. How long?
A minute?
It's enough. You could have like a supercharged state. Yeah.
You want me to come back tomorrow and we can work more of this out?
You up for
So
that?
this is nice.
I'm up for it.
Let's.
Alright.
And you can see the different pieces falling in place in his brain of like what went well, what went wrong. He's learned a lot.
So I'm always excited.
But with that, eventually you all get to the end of this first day's efforts, and slowly, one by one, meet back up at the airship to where you guys have a report from Silverhawk. It was, we sent reinforcements for Cruz. She was in a very bad way. Apparently they had trapped part of the tunnels, and she was had the whole thing collapsed on top of her. Good news, she's alive, pissed, and ready to enact revenge. The great part about this is she didn't die, and two, it was as she was like chasing after them out of the horde. So, luckily, most of the treasure is unpilfered. There's not a great way to get it in and out that way, but thankfully, teleportation's great. And she's lucky to be alive.
Well, luck plays a fortune in anything we do.
I see this as an absolute win.
Yeah, man.
All right.
So she's not invincible.
Rocks fall, you die. Uh-oh. Bad.
No, so you can cast Vortex Warp.
Yeah. So,
Huzzah.
you guys go to get a long night's rest. And are all situated on the airship, correct?
Yep.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, you're not
You're
together.
gone!
He didn't come back.
Yeah.
He's at home.
Who has the
A
bag?
California king size bed.
Who has the bag?
Bag,
Aaron.
I mean,
Should we have left it in the board?
So, as you guys are going down for a long night's rest, I need everybody to tell me where they are in the airship.
Engine room.
Captain's room.
My room next to the
Yeah,
engine room.
Room's on the top floor.
All right,
Mhm.
and you'd be on the other room on the top floor. All right. It is just a few hours into y'all's long night's rest. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Including me?
No, you're fine. No, yeah. You can make one too.
Dang
Oh, dang
8.
it.
Pretty good.
Oh, dang
8.
14.
23.
it. 12.
Okay.
23.
Okay. Everybody below a 14 fails.
Really bad.
And yours was lower than 14, right?
14,
No,
exactly.
14.
Below
You're good.
14.
You're good. And what's yours?
12.
12. So, you three fail. And you guys are racked with anxiety, with the potential downfall of what's to come. And you guys are kind of besieged with nightmares of what you just experienced. The frightful presence of this massive, massive dragon. And the fact that it's coming after you. And it is literally a time limit on your life, potentially. Of what may be a day or 10. And you aren't sure of what that may be. In that process, you guys are racked with your rest and are having trouble getting sleep. You guys each have a point of exhaustion, and you do not get a long night's rest. So,
That's brutal.
the three of you, this is nightmares, and the fuel of it is something you can't seem to avoid in any way, shape, form, or fashion, as this voice calls out to you at night. However,
I feel like I failed to save.
cue the music.
That's what Ellen
Aaron.
would have sounded like if you failed to save.
I need you to make a. I need you to make
I
a
was on the
perception check
casserole.
minus 10.
Oh.
Like a what?
A perception check minus 10.
Ouch.
4.
Okay. The next day comes, and you guys all find yourselves rising and waking to a new day. We jump over to you first.
Well, we took a long rest, right?
Yeah, the others that
Yeah,
didn't have the
these three
nightmares.
go.
You did it.
These three get a long rest.
Elwyn, as you are rising to a room you haven't been in a while, it feels like ages, even though it really hasn't been too long. It's a slight welcome, and others it fuels the conflict of what you've been experiencing. I might have to go help that child.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
He's stuck under something. Johnny fell in the well.
Well, Timmy fell in the well.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I say that's my dog. He gets riled up real fast. He'll start barking real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Do the little head tilt and everything.
Yeah, we need to get another movable rod.
Yep.
Kind of forgot about that.
We have the money for it.
Yeah, sure do.
We also should get an actual bag of holding.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 if we can.
Those are so cheap, aren't they? They're not expensive.
They're not that expensive. It's just we have to make an effort of like going to find one.
Everything
So
requires
hard.
I went to
effort.
the top of the stairs. And so
I wondered
he
if
just
that was
wanted
what it
someone to
was.
help him get down.
Oh.
He didn't want to go down by himself.
Oh.
He can do it. He
It's
just
hard.
he just didn't. He said, "Mama, help me, help me."
Poor little buddy.
So he wasn't excited that I had to come back upstairs, but that's okay.
Let me climb back upstairs.
Round 2.
This got me attention.
Yes. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I'm waking up early and going to go into my father's study stealthily, and I'm going to look for information on my amulet. And I don't think I've ever been in this room before.
Yeah. So you would probably approach with caution,
100%.
casting detect magic.
100%.
Yeah, and seeing a few wards and things that have been put in place to protect the space, and carefully circumventing them to the best of your ability. You can make Arcana check, or a stealth check, or a sleight of hand as you are infiltrating the office and study of your father.
Well, my Arcana is the best, so 27.
Using all of your wits, staying very sharp on your game. The awareness is an all-time high as you carefully infiltrate your father's office. And as you start to piece through his place, he has his desk. You've seen it in passing. He's never let you in this place. The door was cracked. You've seen him at this desk. You know it's off limits. The desk seems very regal, very nice, very noble. The chair is very large.
Don't you say it.
I'm trying so hard not to.
The cadence is too much. But as you go and approach anywhere near here, you're pretty sure that you've gotten around any kind of magical traps or something that might be an alarm spell to let them know that this place has been breached. What do you do? Do you explore the desk, you sit in the chair, go over the books on the shelves?
I think I would start with the books on the shelves, because I don't think that anything on the desk would be relevant at the time.
There are drawers and other things too.
Yeah. I'm going to start with the bookshelves.
Okay. As you do so, make an investigation roll.
Plus 8. 22.
As you quick surveil the entire shelf, trying to pick out which one might have some kind of clue, you see the house sigil of Aurelius, and it's a weathered and old book. Do you go and grab it?
I'm going to try to investigate to see if there's any traps or magic.
With detect magic up, doesn't seem like it.
I'll grab it then.
Your hand gets put on it. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no. So much. 21.
21. You find your vision completely blacked out. And it's as if pieces of your vision start to slowly come back. The world seems very colorful, very bright. The colors and hues seem to jump off of the surrounding study and area around you. You're in the same study. Your perspective has shifted. You're much shorter.
Oh.
This book is in your hands. As you look down at your childlike hands,
Oh my god!
You imagine you are probably 5 years old.
Oh boy.
Is this a memory? You don't remember this, but it feels so familiar.
I have to stay calm.
Your eyes dart quickly around the room. Is your father in here? Does he know you're in here? Are you in trouble? You have to see for yourself. You've got to see what's in the book. And you open it up. You feel as if something hits you directly in the chest. And you find next thing you know, you're on your butt. The book has clattered out of your hands, and you hear footsteps bounding down the hall. An elevated tone seems to climb in the distance. You feel your vision shaking, and you immediately are flush red in the face and scared. You immediately scamper and head towards the window and dive out.
Oh God.
Was this a memory? It had to be. Why don't you remember it? You've been here before. How long?
The story's high.
I did hit my head as a child.
Just like Margaritaville.
Exactly. How many stories left is to tell you?
You have this memory flood back to you, and you are now standing in the room now. The book in your hands. You haven't opened it. Do you open it?
Well, I don't know now. I'll open it.
Your memories flood back to you. You had been under the effects of modified memory.
Oh
You
my
had
God.
information taken from you, and it floods back to you now. As you realize exactly what you have read and experienced before, and you start to piece together that this heirloom and this artifact with your family has so much more significance than you could have really understood at that age, and it was being kept from you. And you weren't sure if you were supposed to have this heirloom. And at this juncture in time, there's not enough time to pour into this book. You imagine you could spend hours and hours and hours in here. This dread and fear comes up behind you of someone knowing you're there. Do they? How much time do you want to spend here?
This is a whole book. I am going.
And right now, in this present moment, you've been here for being careful
Yeah.
all of about 2 minutes.
Okay.
In the time that you've probably experienced 10 minutes worth of time, and the understanding of your memories being lost from when you were a child and read into this book before you ever should have. And the revelation that you have at this moment of, this holds the answers to what I'm looking for, but it feels forbidden, and there's part that you don't know how much your dad knows.
I am going to take pieces of paper that I have in my pack for my spell book and other things. I'm going to take that out and kind of like, put them kind of together into like a sheet of paper, and I'm going to take out a dagger, and I'm going to cut the pages out of the book. And then I'm going to put those pages into my pack, and I'm going to put the blank pages, and I'm going to cast Mending on the pages, and I'm going to close the book and put it back, and then I'm going to teleport out.
Roll a 1d100 for your success in this.
It's a 87, right?
Yep.
Write that down. As we will discover that. You were in the early hours of the morning. You woke up early. You did this carefully, and you arrive back at the ship, the airship. It is very close to sunrise. And not everybody has stirred awake yet. But you automatically get the sense that something's wrong.
Oh god. Oh no.
The door to Aaron's room is open.
Oh.
And it's not even daytime. Did she leave? In a rush? In a hurry?
Stealthily going to walk towards the open door.
Alright. Walk towards it. Peer into the room. And Aaron is asleep in there.
Do I see the bag? No.
You gone?
I'll walk over to Erin's bedside and wake her up.
You wake up and drenched in sweat. It has been a brutal night. Nightmares asunder. You were exhausted and frantically come to him waking up.
I'll just go, shh. Something's wrong. Where's the bag?
You immediately glance, and where you had it, it is not. It's gone.
Not here.
I'm gonna run to the side of the airship and see if I can see anything.
Yeah. You start to peer out and look all around, and next thing you know, moment by moment, everybody's starting to wake and realize that something's amiss. And it isn't long, just in these few moments before you guys are starting to gather up onto the deck of the ship and understand that the bag's gone. Maybe the bagman came through and took it with him. But you don't know how many hours ago. There's no fresh trail, there's no nothing. There wasn't any kind of alarm that was put off in the adventure hall down below. You guys are in a pretty secure position. But no one seems to be in a heightened sense of, something's wrong, something, alarms, nothing. It's quiet as ever and still in the morning as the sun's rising, as you come to the realization that he was there among you and he took what he wanted. Did he take anything else?
Where's the mirror?
It was already in the bag.
Yeah.
It was long gone or in the bag
That's
too.
right, we lost it.
Gonna go down to the guild hall and see if the loot that was in the dining room is still, or I don't know if anybody secured it or what happened with it.
Right.
But
So you slowly start to uncover and look down below and find everything, and it seems like everything's there
okay.
that was brought.
We asked the robots if they saw anything.
They weren't on watch or patrol. The only one that at any kind of helm was y'all's pilot, and nothing. Everything was quiet.
Scour the airship to see if anything's missing.
Yeah, I'll check my personal belongings.
Everybody make a perception check or investigation.
That's pretty good.
26.
You have disadvantage.
Oh, I do.
disadvantage.
19 for me.
That's even better.
18.
18.
11.
22.
22. I think the highest being 26. Was that yours, Boot?
Yes.
26. As you guys start to fan out and just look over everything and trying to take in as many details as possible, you're not coming up with anything missing. It seems like everything's accounted for. You're trying to see if there's something out of place, something that was left behind, and coming up with nothing. You don't know if you had a one-track mind and mission and saw to its completion and exit, and that's all he was interested in. But the unsettling feeling of the boogeyman, the bagman, slipping into the middle of the night and away, it's a little terrifying.
You think maybe you should detect magic on people to see if something happened?
I can try. I'll I guess cast detect magic first of all.
All right.
Meaning of the ordinary.
Erin is not a doppelganger. She's
That's
been
good.
replaced.
I'm
Well,
like,
it's indistinguishable. You wouldn't know anyways.
that's true.
I am the man.
Just to make sure that nothing unscrupulous is on anybody, I'll cast Identify on you with your permission.
Please.
All right. Cast Identify on everybody.
All right. He learned your true name.
Okay.
You tell him his name. Tell him.
My name is Brias Wildheart.
Nice.
You don't have to tell anybody.
I'm not. On you, I'm very familiar with you at this point.
Round 3.
Everybody else is good with it? Cool.
Yeah.
As
Necessary.
yeah, right. Do you,
You look
have Identify?
the worst out of everybody. You look exhausted.
Yeah, it wasn't a great night.
Me too.
Yeah.
Just
I think it was the dragon hearts.
Do I get the sense that he is exhausted from this? I don't know the mechanics
It
of it.
wouldn't tell you per se the exhausted
Right.
state, but it gives you some identification of what they are.
Mhm.
You
You're
guys should try
identified.
the engine warm. It's so warm
Do-
down
do
there.
you
I
consent
slept
to being
great.
identified.
So you need to do this.
Yes, I mean, I don't know
Fine.
if
Please don't make me do this.
Would I be aware that he knows my name now, or if I didn't know how Identify worked, I wouldn't know that?
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't be sure. You wouldn't know for sure. You would just be like, there's a part of you is like, you're able to pull a name from an object out of thin air that's not, does a creature's name get revealed? You're not sure.
Did your face change?
I was about to say I'm gonna roll a deception check. You want to roll an insight
Oh,
check?
like it.
Insight.
I'm just gonna jump off the airship.
Secrets!
11 insight.
I'm not gonna fly or anything.
14 deception.
This be how I go. Fine.
All right. Let's identify.
You discover race
All secrets have been revealed.
and name.
Anything of modified memory?
No.
Anything on her? All right. And Relaine, with your permission.
You want to roll an insight to his deception to see if you know? He knows?
Could I also roll insight since I know?
Sure.
12 deception.
Well, so here's the thing. Both of y'all know about.
I know as
Is it
well.
a disadvantage still though?
Yeah.
Well, so I'm saying this
I
is.
don't think I know.
Well, the issue is
Oh,
that he
10.
gets her true name no matter what.
Do I know my true name now?
11?
Even if you don't.
Yeah, even if you don't, technically, yeah.
I had 12 insight. Yours was 12
I'm
deception,
gonna
right?
jump off
14.
the airship. It's been fun, you guys.
Come here, says her name.
Alright, like, we gotta talk about this elf thing.
He doesn't know still.
12 deception for anybody making insight.
I have
Okay.
12 insight, so if what happens if we tie?
Separate interaction for this one. So, because you may not have been all right there at when he did that. Because they're like 10-minute increments of going through this process. So,
I rolled 11, so.
you feel like you're keeping it under wraps.
All right.
You've just
Oh boy.
inherently learned just about everything that you needed to know that you haven't been able to know so far about all these different people, and their full names, and yeah, it's very revealing about these two.
Cool.
We just got tricked.
Oh my god, I
We just got
know.
tricked.
Let's just get out of here, man.
Let's start a new group. That'll be Talk exactly.
Oh my god.
Void talkers.
So, you seem to pocket that information pretty handedly, and not seem to reveal anything too quickly or anything like that. Everybody seems to be holding that back.
Cool.
I see a singular bead of sweat on his face. I go, Salt.
I'm gonna buy you a Gatorade.
I don't know much about that. I do know Gator wine, though.
That's interesting. All right. Well, there's nobody under any effects of spells, so I think that the mission was to get the bag and get out.
Awesome. That sounds great to me.
I mean, honestly.
I hate that.
Yeah. You know, I
Because
hate.
now we don't know when or where they're coming from.
True.
Yeah.
Before, we just had to worry about when.
I saw 3 scary dragons in my dreams. I used the hearts I ate.
I woke up and I already had Twilight Sanctuary activated.
I had this dream where we put you
Because
in the
I
mech
can
armor
end
and
a
it
frightened
crushed
effect
you.
with it, so
Yeah.
Nice.
I
That
feel
might
like
happen
that would
there.
be just
That would
a
be
natural
exactly-
response.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the day is y'all's a very
That would be nice.
turbulent,
That turns us back on the
very,
schedule.
very awful morning
I need to roll
and
one.
night for some of you.
I rolled earlier to see if it
But-
worked, and it didn't, luckily.
There is still much at hand and what you guys have to accomplish. Who's doing what? Who wants to go first?
I'm going back to Bobland.
I have very good contacts that are willing to buy.
Maria was supposed to be coming at some point today as well
Okay, good.
to see what can be done.
Mr. Z said that he was willing to sell any items that we wish to sell. So
All right.
We got a mech suit.
And Bobland is interested about the Soul Cleaver and the crown.
Okay. So I guess the first question is magic items. What are we keeping? What are we selling? Are we selling everything? Keeping everything?
Well,
What cut should we give to the arcane, whatever they are, and if anything?
the Arcane Sentinels will get what we probably have left over, so it's nothing for now. However, as much as I want to keep the sword, it's worth a lot of money, so probably selling it just for the best for now. Even though I really like it, I want to sell it. I'll do what I have to,
However, it is able to kill a lich
pretty easily.
pretty easily, somewhat easily,
I'm gonna walk away as this
Temporarily.
conversation's going on.
permanently.
no, he said it didn't kill the phylactery.
Oh, it
No,
doesn't.
If it was attacking the phylactery, then yeah,
Oh, I see.
not just outright,
Got it.
not by connection.
Okay.
Yeah, I was hoping destroyed outright would just mean it would just stay dead, even with the phylactery still
Right.
about, but sadly no.
Yeah. I was hoping that it would sever the tie of the phylactery.
Well, I try to get you.
I wonder if we could modify it.
Maybe. We're not strong yet. We're not that strong yet, though.
No. But Boblin might. No?
Boblin has something he's doing right now. He has a project he's working on right now. Not exactly something he can drop in like 10 days. Unless I help him finish it, then maybe. But even so, it's a legendary item, so
Yeah.
it might be out
It
of his
could be a
purview.
while. It's not even worth it at this point. It might be easier just to find the phylactery than to wait for that to be done.
Yeah.
Right.
Even then, we have 9 more days.
So we'll go Maria first, and then whatever's left over from Maria that she is not able to do anything with, I can take to my seller, who will pay top dollar specifically for the, I think the arts and the sculptures and tapestries, but we have to get that back in the first place. And then Mr. Z, we can do however much, especially the rarer gems, I think.
Have we got anyone from Cruise? We probably need to head down and speak to Silver Hawk.
yes. We need some updates.
Mm-hmm.
Once I'm out of earshot, I'm gonna cast sending.
Okay.
I'm going to send to Argos Greenleaf, the scholar.
Okay.
Need all info on liches. Shallcross. We killed. Need to find phylactery. Urgent. Maybe hunting me. Also, have big items to smuggle. Right back. 25 words.
Nice.
My intent with this effort is to kind of duel, see if, because this house is a guardian of ancient secrets, if they have any undiscovered information in this realm of study, and then also to see if his interest would be piqued in smuggled items.
Okay. Roll a 1d100.
Wonder her name.
24.
24.
Don't make that sound.
Wow.
Agan replies back. Goes, I have a lot of information on liches, phylacteries, history. Not sure I can help with the items. But if you have more information on your target, give it to me.
So I did give him her name.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he seems like he'll, by the intent of this, can work on it, but he might need more. He might need something else to tip the scales.
Okay.
You can tell that kind of pondering in his tone and everything. It's like, that covers this. I need something to dive, and something to pull on, a string, you know?
Something to start picking at.
Yeah. So if there's a different detail.
I
Pretty
would come to the
soon,
group.
okay, pretty soon you guys all join, going down to the adventure hall. And next thing you know, Silverhawk is there with Cruz. And Cruz is in a wheelchair.
They're matching.
We have a whole
Two
car now.
axles.
She is missing part of her leg from the knee down.
Wow. We have something for that.
I do
Did
have
you lose some weight?
regeneration.
And goes, hey guys, we're twins, ish.
Do you have something? Do you need a ring of regeneration?
Wait, you have one of those?
Yeah.
Wait, before that, how's the weather down there?
Ha ha ha.
Do you need it?
Yes!
Listen, I don't think you have a leg to stand on here.
You guys actually gave us that.
She's like moving her nub in the, like moving at the hip, putting it in the air a little.
Don't see why I said you don't have a leg to stand on.
Silverhawk goes, she hasn't adjusted to it. This takes a little bit of getting used to. It's not that easy. Yes. And you can tell she's heard it.
Yeah.
She's over it. It's not that bad.
If we chop off your legs and then you grow them back, will they be working?
You don't think I've tried that?
Well, you know.
Oh, no. I give the ring to Cruz. I just need this back once you're back on 2 feet.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna try something.
She's having a mental breakdown.
I'm gonna use Druidcraft to begin to weave legs out of branches.
A leg.
Yeah, a leg out of branches, and I'll kind of cup it to her stub,
All right.
and it will bend at the heel so that with some spring to it, like a runner's leg.
All right. So the best use of Druidcraft that you possibly can muster. You are ready for this. Roll a d20 with your nature or wisdom check.
Wisdom.
You try again.
Can I?
Yeah.
You're a gentleman scholar. All right. You said a nature or
Wisdom check, like for your spellcasting.
okay. 18. If I
18.
can't use guidance, would I have been able to?
You probably wouldn't have been able to say a prayer before you did it.
22.
22. Let's go, max for that. So, if you very intricately start making this and put this together, and you're like, huh? She's like, I don't need it. I got the ring.
I made this for you.
They don't want to be on a peg leg. She's
Well,
not processed.
Just in case you change your mind.
Silverhawk takes it.
All right.
Thank you. For the limb regeneration on it, how many? Is it
Wisdom
it's a
legs.
roll, right?
It's a certain number of days
Yeah.
She's got a little toes sticking
that I
out.
don't remember. It's up there. Go back. Yep, second.
My mind tells me a D6 or a D3 days.
You regain 1d6 hit points every 10 minutes. Blah, blah, blah. Ring causes the missing body part to regrow and return to full functionality after 1d6 plus 1 days if you have at least 1 hit point the whole time.
Max.
Dang, a full week.
See you in a week.
I think it's working! You see it? Nothing's changed. Put the peg leg on.
We're gonna call her Littlefoot for a while.
Is this like Deadpool? Just like
Yeah. This is. Look at that baby foot.
There you go. You're basically normal now.
As soon as she gets it on, I'm gonna enlarge it. She's gonna shoot it.
So
That's normal height.
Shenanigans.
she goes, the loot has been mostly secured. They got to a lot of the different stuff and pulled it away. So it's a little bit pilfered through. But now we just have to get it back here. So, between you and the Arcane Sentinels, I imagine it won't take long. We have the portable hole. So, if you separate your efforts, sending like 2 people at a time, fill the hole, come back, unfill the hole, send the next 2 people, fill the hole, come back. I imagine that would start to like really put a dent in it.
How big is the hole?
Portable hole is like, I think it's
It's like
10 feet.
What if I turned into a horse and we hooked a wagon up to me and drove it through the portal? Just filled up the wagon.
You're using teleport to go through, and then
For a
you're
portal
teleporting
for the
coming
hole.
back. No,
So
the
the
portable
portable
hole
hole,
is like you
it's-
roll out a
we're
rug
just
on the
using
ground,
that. Okay, never
and it
mind.
has a little like
it's like a
it's,
storage container.
it's like a cylinder of space.
Oh,
You
okay.
fill it
I
up,
just
and then you
understood
roll
what
it
that
up.
was.
But could he
It's a
teleport
bigger
with a
bag of
cart
holding.
if he's technically wearing it?
You're not really carrying it. It's more like, it might be carrying you.
But it's attached to
Uh,
it. If he's a horse wearing a bridle setup.
Yeah,
because
just
it's
he'll
a
just
sentient-
you just
it's a
pick it
sentient
up.
being. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll just pick up, I'm 5'3", I'll just pick up a horse.
Yeah.
So
No, I'm saying you as a horse.
Yeah,
carrying a
but it's
cart.
not like lifted off the ground. You're not carrying it. You're pulling it.
I could if I enlarged myself, picked it up.
That's why
and
your
then
push-pull is
transformed.
larger than what you can lift, but
we cannot use the portable holes. We cannot use the bags of holding. We cannot use any kind of extra dimensional space because the bagman has stolen our bag, which means he possibly knows that we are about to do this, which means that any interdimensional space will probably be tracked and found by the bagman, thus stealing the treasure out from underneath us.
One of us could just go in the hole then.
So there's that.
I told you we should have gone for the bagman.
wait.
Weeks ago.
But how's he know that it's your hole?
Dismount.
Don't know. I know that he has many avatars of himself going in and out of everywhere, so it's very possible that it could just be heightened and alert for the next few days, at least. It's better safe than sorry, anyway.
True.
So if we're able to use the
Barrels?
chests... What?
Barrels would be able to cover more than chest, right?
We could do, barrels.
But only so many people can pick up a barrel. But I guess if you're both picking it up,
Sure.
there's a lot.
Makes things more complicated, but I don't want to have millions stolen out from underneath us.
Understandable.
What would you say would be the carrying capacity of a kangaroo pouch if I enlarged myself?
I actually have a chart for that.
Yeah.
He's got that for that.
That's right in the chart.
It's
A
gotta
lot.
be close to It's gotta be close to 10 feet.
Yeah. It's actually about 2 Joey's worth.
For an enlarged?
At least.
How many Billies?
Yeah, I was thinking how many Johnnies.
Just a few Billies.
Yeah.
So comparatively, I could carry.
I mean, it's decent amount. I mean, pouch is only so big.
Would it be more effective than other means we're suggesting? I guess is what's a good question.
Well, enlarge only lasts for a minute, right?
No, I think it's longer than that. I'll check. Either way, I only need a minute to go in and fill it up and come back out because I can hop.
Well, also
So
issues it.
here's another theoretical fun conundrum. All right, if you were to take
Just 1 minute.
a large bar with massive bags,
Transform into something.
enlarge and then pick it all up and then transform into a wild shape and then teleport back home and then come back out.
I wouldn't be able to cast teleport if I was transformed.
If you're
Is it
as a
important?
wild magic, because it's a wild shape, right?
I can't cast spells from wild shape.
Right, but it's an item, right?
Then if they'll allow
use
it, then yeah, definitely.
Right, but it would be technically as carrying it, so.
It's up to you.
Johnny has 10 particles. Sally takes 3.
How about we just roll a 1d100 for our efforts?
Dude, that sounds so much better.
Because we could nitty gritty this out.
We could also use the whole what's it called again?
Portable hole.
Portable hole. We have the Ring of Elemental Command, which allows us to breathe in any environment, so we could have somebody inside of the bag guarding the contents of the immovable hole by being in there with them.
Breathe, but you can't move.
Yes, but if a specter were to come in to try to steal things, you could just kill the specter because you can stay in the hole.
I feel like I remember somebody was in a bag of holding and they weren't able to maneuver. Am I wrong about that?
You can maneuver,
Okay.
but it is more of a non-confined or defined space within a bag of holding, whereas a portable hole is a very defined cylinder of space that gets rolled up and close up the portal.
Yeah.
But like you said, no air, but the ring solves that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
So-
a good idea.
Are we doing that or are we rolling?
Let's say that idea with the rolling.
Yeah.
Because also with that, you could stick the one person in the hole. You could technically, if everybody holds their breath long enough, stick a lot of people in the hole.
Oh, yeah.
Teleport through and then teleport back and forth with less people just carrying the hole as what you're transporting.
Oh yeah, true.
Then you can get more trips in
Yeah, we could just.
on whoever's carrying the hole
Yeah. Because we could just transport people with the hole.
if you needed to.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So, with this, let's roll a 1d100 at advantage because that's a brilliant idea.
Brilliant!
Somebody else roll. No.
54. 95.
Wow.
Blood out of the water.
So, it really probably takes you guys till about 2 or 3 o'clock. Use up all of y'all's teleportation abilities. And you had to swap out the user of the ring once to be able to navigate who's doing what where. A lot of people ended up staying over in the horde, parsing things together, and then only keeping one person in the hole while you teleport at different times, putting an extra person that was in charge of teleporting back, vice versa. You work out the logistics very well and optimize the efficiency. And next thing you know, all things protected, all things are back, and you have looted every bit that remained that the kobolds hadn't already pilfered off with. So, from the list of items that were given to you guys and such that of value, you guys are able to make off with 5 million in gold and platinum.
Is that including what we already had from the day before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we got 4 million from that day, and then 1 million from the day before.
Right. And then the jewels and gemstones that you find that are emeralds, sapphires, diamonds, rubies, amethysts, and opals come out to a value of close to 1.5 million.
Okay.
And y'all are able to get all 6 tapestries and all 10 paintings.
Yeah, I guess the
As
kobold-
well as the 500 uncut fire rubies.
I guess the kobolds weren't smart. They saw big shinies and went, ooh.
There's also of how much was there any kind of problems getting to it fully from disarming the traps and how long that took.
Oh, true. Yeah,
And-
the girl does.
And then when they got there, how many was there feudings amongst them? or was there one person trying to claim it for them? Oh, there's a lot of factors. And then the setting up of a trap, other things like that, collapsing the wall on crew, like all these different things. So,
Do we get any more magical items?
no more magical items.
Magical items.
How many of the sculptures do we get? All of them? There was 10.
Yes.
We all three.
Yep, he got all three.
All 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was part of the first that we took.
I'm going to send a mental message, but it's mostly directed at Elwyn. Again, having a thought, and theoretically, if one of the pieces of treasure was the phylactery, what if we put it all somewhere that denies magic? Could that possibly affect the phylactery's operation?
Like an anti-magic
Like
field.
an anti-magic field, it would temporarily...
So until it left, she couldn't come back?
Correct. It would temporarily make it mute.
So-
I don't know if it's actually in the horde.
I can also do a detect magic and see if there's any necromantic energy coming from anything in the horde.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
So I will. I'll do that.
Do you want me to still send us Starlight, or do you
Yeah.
feel like we're pretty covered?
It
I'd
can't
say-
hurt to put more lines in the water.
At some point while we're in the horde as well, I want to do just one more time a very thorough once-over to make sure that we didn't miss any kind of secret door, secret entrance, secret anything, that lever that could possibly hold a department that would take us down to another level, or anything of that nature.
I could get traps tomorrow. I could
I have
prepare that.
I have the wand of secrets still.
Yep, that's what I was
It's
about to refer
recharged.
to. Wand of Secrets.
Just want to make sure.
It's not 2 minutes. I can just give it to you.
Okay. Sure.
If there's a secret door or trap within 30 feet, the wand will pulse and point to the direction of the nearest one while you're using an action to expend one of the charges.
And I'll attune to the item where I can fly at will, so I can all the way around, up, down, left, right, everywhere. The entire thing.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
I had a question about that ring because I looked it up, and the way that you phrased it is different than how it's phrased. Was that intentional
For which one?
for that ring?
It's supposed to be as it's noted. I just had wrong vernacular on it. So, because it probably is. I need to look at the two side by side to
So-
tell you what the differences are.
Okay, well, so the thing about it that was different is the effects that you listed. They only activate if you killed a air elemental while you were attuning to it. So the extra effects that it gives.
Okay.
So that plays into what we're doing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, I would definitely say that this is special in that case of
Okay.
allowing those different properties. But I'll have to look at that more closely. But no, you can definitely use it for not breathing and all that stuff.
So it's almost like you have to attune to it, summon, unattune, and then start attuning and kill an air elemental.
Yeah, go for it.
Would, from my knowledge, I feel like Starlight, would I know of her having any contacts? I feel like Starlight usually, it seems like she does a lot of more of the good dealings. Does it seem like she's on the
So
black market side?
it is more along the lines that these are valuable items,
Right.
and she has contacts in every district.
Okay.
So less framing it as, hey,
Right.
this is kind of dicey, and more like, hey, I'm trying to get a very valuable item in front of as many people as possible. Got anybody who's interested in X? And that will probably breed you the most success.
Okay.
So it's worth giving her. She has a lot of contacts.
So do we have a specific item that we haven't inquired on yet that I should mention to her?
The biggest items are the crown and the sword, and we've inquired about those.
Diamond's a good choice, especially for her.
Yeah.
Or the sapphires.
Yeah, or the sapphires.
Sure. I'll mention both.
So roll a 1d100 for your success.
See who gets the better
Say
points,
that stuff.
Mr. Z or her, or anybody.
That is a 77.
We are black market
Okay.
dealers now.
So you have that reaching out to her
Mhm.
about the gems and such. She seems immediately, what? You have this? How in the world? Maybe I don't need to know. That's exciting. My goodness. Of course. And
Starlight's interested.
so she is going to try to work up an arrangement for that.
Oh, and I will inform the group that I did contact someone I know in the Mystic District that deals with smuggling and also secrets, and I'm waiting on him to get back to me.
Oh, cool.
So, the kind of got a little sidetracked as we were talking over all the different items and such. So before we go too far out, I want to give you guys more information. Silverhawk talked to Sophia. Sophia has using all of her intelligence at hand and every bit of intellect through Chino's systems, in this cybernetic, hyper-intelligent, neurological, omnipresent of all the different points of information, in piecing these things together. What she's come up with is some important information about those chalices. This is connected to an ancient paladin order that was located within the giant district and was actually in reverence of some of the what would be the older titans and such, a actual observance of what was before and what was beyond the convergence and a time and place beyond. It was established as a place for these paladins of different orders of being acknowledged, the Oath of the Ancients, to be a place of pilgrimage, a place to go to that would be honoring of what would be a primordial titan's essence. It is located within the stone giant hills of the giant district. And these chalices, from all she knows and what she can observe, have been long but lost. And these are keys. You need to find this place. You need to get there as soon as possible. So she's discovered a whole lot. And you already see that this right here is the utmost highest priority as far as a possibility for what may be somehow Shallcross's involvement in something that is locked away.
Could be your phylactery.
Do you
That's what I was thinking.
want to reach out? Should we reach out to Master Thine and tell him about this so he could look into it? Did we tell him about the chalices? I can't remember.
No.
We didn't.
I specifically tried to give y'all all a chance about that, but he's been looking into everything else.
We could go to the library.
Yeah.
And look into that. Maria is also supposed to be coming at some point today.
Mm-hmm.
So we're still pretty early overall in the day. It's a lot of information dropped. So far, your efforts have been done. Kind of, but you still have a lot on your plate. So we can get into yours, and yours, and yours. So it's still 4 to go. Before Maria gets here, so we'll sit on yours. She's on the way. You three, do you want to wait throughout the day to then decide what you're doing based on what information, or you want to do something now?
So my contact and your contact are kind of waiting on the same possibility to sell those items. So I don't know.
So with Mr. Z, it was more broad. And he said, whatever items that you can get to me, he had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But if you can get things to him in person, so if you find particular things that you can take and put in his possession, he'd have a better chance of getting them fixed.
So maybe we have a
So I don't know.
On one of the
I have
what structures?
something like looking right now.
the bone.
So if you feel
Oh,
your
the
source for
statues?
the gems is locked,
Yeah.
For them or
Keep
history
it.
of them.
Yeah.
That
Give
would
him
be
something
under
else.
Run
more
that
so
way.
under legend
Yeah.
lore.
Also, nobody's
I might
talked
be
about
able to-
Grog Stonebeard or anything like that on that side.
Well,
so
you
that's
might know
another
if you had
possibility
if
too.
they had magical properties already.
Yeah.
Is he at the academy?
No, he was a
Stonebeard is
contact
at the-
of Robert, and he was actually
Oh,
his
okay.
What if that's a
dwarven
dragon
twin.
that's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
I don't know what's left to sell because she's got the
Art.
art.
You have the art and tapestry
There's still lots
covered.
of gems.
Yes.
They're just
You
not-
got
So,
and
the dragon bones.
You have all. We'll try to parse this all out real quick. Gems, art and tapestries,
And sculptures.
and the sculptures. What could be on your side is any of the magic items. Right now, you were potentially going to have the soul cleaver and the crown.
Yep.
You could have the staff, which was also pretty rare. The amulet, the boots, the
Scimitar.
canter, the scimitar.
Okay.
You could go
Take all
down
the
on those
small
items. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else is there?
I'm currently wearing the Ring of Elemental Command, but I'm not,
And also, do we want to keep some of the
right.
smaller magical items?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, the smaller ones are easier to keep because you can't get as much from them. Whereas that
Yeah.
ring you can get a lot from.
Yeah.
The
I'm not
ring is
planning on
awesome.
keeping
I think
it.
we keep the ring.
Okay. Cool.
I don't, we can keep the decanter because it's only worth like 3,000.
Yeah. And the amulet was worth like what, 50?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty decent amulet, especially for somebody like you who does a lot of kills.
Yeah.
It's a nice heal for you. Same thing for you.
What does the amulet do?
It basically stores hit
Oh, that's
points of
the-
base what you're killing and other
Okay,
things.
Mhm.
that item.
So then you can use a bonus action to heal. And there's part of that where I don't think the value is properly associated with that one. It'd probably be worth more than what was listed.
More than that?
Yeah.
Were my efforts in vain for doing the ones around the cavern with the Wand of Secrets?
Yes, I'm sorry. That was. Yeah.
Okay, good. At least we know for sure. And then I'm gonna cast one last thing is I'm gonna cast Identify on this, just to make sure there's no magical properties on the sculptures. Why not paintings, tapestry, all of the stuff, just to make sure.
Right.
Paintings don't have any secret things like Roberts does.
Right.
Same thing with the tapestries. I know this is more legend lore, but
Yeah.
just very basic info.
Okay. You try to cover over more information about them, not having much luck of
Okay.
them. Some a bit of like essentially a validating of origins a little bit and like legitimacy. Not it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is a forgery, this is a fake, you know.
Yeah.
You're at least getting some information. This was made in circa this time, blah blah blah.
Gotcha.
So it is helpful in that regard. One of the things you guys think about is that you may want to split apart how much you are taking, split up the art from the tapestries and the sculptures,
I
and try to
like
fence those in different areas.
Some of that, because my connection would
Sure.
be interested in that. Also, question: if we casted Identify on a dragon bone, would it not give us the name of the dragon that the bone came from?
Legend lore would.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay,
So
so
what differentiates that between, because it's not a living creature, with Identify?
And I actually looked into Identify. It would actually give you their name.
Okay.
So you're good. And Freer's is kind of retconned a little too. So
That's fine.
it does have the spells affecting and all that stuff. And I would say to go on the edge of you're picking up the not Fey thing hints or not elf thing hints.
Yeah,
And yeah. Whatever. But there's questions over on her side,
Okay.
but not the names.
I don't know specifically her race.
No, but there's questions.
Okay.
But Legend Lore gives a lot more information. That's what I was kind of distracted a little bit looking into.
So, legend lore we would know could be cast by someone at the library for sure. Is it worth that? To go through that step?
Would we know that? I don't think we've had
Nothing
that
out there.
happen before.
Potential to do it at the academy. Boblin helped with it in the
I was gonna
past,
say, I
but
think
he
it was
also
Boblin.
had to take it and then
Take time to do it.
take time to come back. So he might have had somebody else do it.
Do we think that's worth pursuing? I mean, that's just, we have the name of the dragon that may be helpful. I don't know if it's worth pursuing.
But pretty soon, as you guys are discussing all the different possibilities, Maria lands. And she's like, Oh, lots developed, lots changed. You have a lot of things. There's a lot here.
We killed a dragon lich.
All right, bring me up to speed. Holy crap. Boy. You know, I just was talking to you just, what, yesterday, 2 days, 3 days of time.
Yesterday.
Crazy how that works. Y'all really got to slow it down. I mean, maybe not.
We're on speed.
They're on space.
Emphasis. For the items, I actually would have the best luck with those statues.
Wonderful.
I have some wonderful purveyors in that realm. I would actually love that. So, if you aren't attached to it and don't have anybody spoken for, I think I can get you a double for what you're asking.
Those are the dragon bone statues?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were considering splitting the art
That's
anyway.
almost $1 million just for the sculptures.
I think we can do that.
All right. I'll do my best. Is it okay if they stay here until I arrange after a buyer's made?
Yeah, of course.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
All right. As long as I spoke for and they're not going anywhere.
Nope.
Under lock and key. Everybody's watching them.
Mm-hmm.
So once I put my neck out there, I've got to deliver. Cool. I'm off.
I'm gonna
And
tell Silverhawk that information.
Okay.
That way we have someone else outside of our group who knows.
good.
Keep an eye.
With that, roll 1d100 for her success in this.
69.
Nice. Highest level.
Arguably better than 100.
Honestly. So, with that, on your side,
Mr. Bandit.
which item do you want to have your mom fence?
Gimme.
Tapestries or
Fence the
paintings?
So
those jewels, I don't want to get caught. 2 Fenties.
yeah, so we'll do the paintings and the tapestries.
You don't want to split it?
Should we split it?
I feel like
If you want
He
to
was saying his contact could do.
Yeah.
One
And
of
particularly the tapestries that feed into like the origins of dragons.
Sure.
Because they deal with ancient secrets.
All right, I'll do the paints.
painting.
All right.
Sure.
So, with that, roll a 1d100.
All right. Blank. Whee. Say 58.
Okay. With that, yours. Roll a 1d100 for your efforts.
water?
Did we already do an
Yeah, it
one
would
for
have to be
you?
in the morning, and I
Okay.
could specify what I was selling.
Just go ahead and do another.
5.
Oh no!
Oh.
That's some doo-doo.
At least I got the 95 on the important one.
All right. So,
Thank you, sir.
now we jump over to yourself.
It's me?
Yes.
Pass me the paper, please.
There's certain magic items that you guys are trying to fence out now.
Are we keeping the ring or selling it?
You gotta keep it. It's so strong.
Amulet selling.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll keep the ring.
Okay. So I'm gonna take
I think pretty much
Um,
everything except for the ring.
the staff of thunder and lightning, the frost something scimitar.
Yep. Frostbrand.
And the amulet to Mr. Z.
All right.
Frostband Scimitar's not worth a lot, is it?
It's worth
50, I think.
You're right.
25 to 50K.
Yeah, in the right hands, it could be pretty good.
Yeah.
But
So-
the,
You have the helm,
I have
the crown, and the sword. So, both of y'all roll y'all's 1d100s for this effort.
Okay.
38.
Okay.
so we're selling the amulet and the crown
And
Come on.
and the soul cleaver.
76.
Okay.
And he was taking the staff
Okay.
and the scimitar as well.
Okay.
So,
Are we keeping the boots?
let me see this.
Anything under 10K I wasn't really worried about.
this? Yeah.
There was
No one specified selling the
boots
boots,
and the
but they
wand
were
of magic
worth
missiles.
much.
I think that's the only thing left.
I already
Not
have a
keeping
water
or
magic
selling.
missile, but it's nice to have because it doesn't require 2 of it.
Yeah.
It's just a 7th level magic missile.
I mean, you get a resistance to cold damage from the boots, which is pretty nice. Not necessarily if you don't have anything else to attune to. This is pretty good.
Yeah. I'm already full up.
Yeah, I'm full
Okay.
around.
Same.
So I mean, I have one more that I could do. So
Do
I guess I'll keep the boots.
The wand was being sold?
That make me faster.
The magic missile one? No, I don't think that was being sold. at
I'm
this
actually
point.
not.
I mean, I'll
I'm slow
take two
without
ones.
them. I run that
I'll take the magic
regularly.
missile one. and
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah,
else wants it.
you take it.
Average.
If only you could sneak attack on it. If only you could.
Y'all kept the endless
Um,
water.
Actually, Ronnie, you actually, Alron should take the one of magic missiles because you have horrible cantrips.
Okay.
That is true.
So just like use them in place of cantrips essentially.
Yeah,
We should give Elwyn the other wand.
Hmm?
The one that you had.
Oh, yeah.
The Rod of Rulership.
That's a great idea.
You earned it, man. I'm taking it out of my inventory. Add it to yours, pal.
Was it Rod of Rulership?
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, that opens up all my slots.
Nice.
All right, somebody crack out a calculator.
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 Shoot.
Who's got it? Ready?
Me.
750k sell for the Soul Cleaver, which is middle range. Crown of the Storm King sold for 600k, middle range. The Staff of the Thunder and Lightning sold well over market at 80.
I paid 10 for mine.
The Frostbrand Scimitar sold for 75, well over market. Those are all under Mr. Z's dealings.
My boy knows what he's doing, okay?
Boots of the Winterland sold for 12k. 3 times its price.
Nice.
Mr. Z knew what he was doing. The Amulet of the Devourer sold for double the price of max of 200k. Like I said, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
For the Diamond, valued at around 300, sold for 700.
Oh, baby.
The 3 Sapphires sold as a set at 900 when they were valued at 150 each.
900k.
Yeah.
To be clear. Okay.
So, with that, we are now looking at the paintings. What's your roll again? Just above 50,
58.
right? Yeah. For that, I may pull up the price. The paintings sold for 500,000. The sculptures, unfortunately, no, not unfortunately, pretty decent. They were valued at 300, and she was pretty excited about the potential of that. Got those for 700k. Then our tapestries. You had those in a handled, and unfortunately, seems like all went sideways. And with this, a big waste of time. Not sold, not undercut, just still there. So you still are looking for a potential person to fence off the tapestries. It seems that bidder after bidder went up, and then pulled out. So then that was all soured in the process.
Could try Stonebeard.
We didn't, because I used my efforts on the other thing.
Right, but I'm saying later we
Stonebeard.
could.
Yeah.
We could try to
For the fire rubies, be 100K for those. So let me make sure I got that right. Where's my photo? I'm looking at it. No. No, they did great. Misplaced a 0, 1 million.
Cool. That is a difference.
1 million.
So, that is everything but the tapestries. But add in 5 million in the gold and platinum and 1.5 million in gems. And our total comes out to what?
12,017,000.
Just got over the mark.
All right.
Weird drug dealers out.
Alright, so should we take all that, buy everyone's swapping and shooting
All the drugs, flip it. Make 24.
Put it all on black.
The casino won't be able to pay.
We have a time wizard. We could actually go to the casino. No luck, right?
The black
No.
The
Actually.
dealer's face when she watches the wizard grab his amulet for the 5th time in a row.
I'm sure.
Give me a few weeks and maybe.
Chronomancy.
Do you think that a time dragon actually runs the casino?
Right? Yeah, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Let me
That's
watch
always
over
wins.
Who
this.
don't
That's why I
stop?
always lose to Luxy.
You gotta go
Well, now we can-
slightly below.
Now we can go to Mr. Z and buy back the thing, and get a little cut because we're the ones that got it.
So,
Right. So we gotta.
at the end
Let's do it.
of your second day, you are meeting with Master Thine. And he has now had nearly full 2 days, almost, about a day and a half strong of study with him and others. And says, so we have a lot of information gathered. I'm going to start with the most pressing. It is a confirmed time range between 1 day and 10 days that a lich will reform at its phylactery, 5 feet to 10 feet from its phylactery. So, she could already be back. Or, got a few more days.
Mm-hmm.
If we attempted to send to her, would we be able to tell? Or is,
It depends on if you get a response, but you wouldn't know. It's either sent, you don't get a red, you know.
there's no iPhone? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and goad her maybe and see if she responds?
The other thing is scrying, potentially. But nobody has that, I don't think.
Or somewhere in the cheat like.
Right?
Probably buy
They
one
did
for
try
my
to trial us beforehand, so.
Yeah, and they had some issues with it in the lair.
But what I was thinking was, do you think that the chalices could have been interfering with them scrying on the lair?
Potentially.
Yeah. Would if each one of you having a chalice in your possession keep you from being scryed upon?
Maybe.
6 people?
Dragons
6
are also-
chalices?
Yeah, let's try it. Why not?
Would I know, actually, before I just say things that I know as a player that I may not know as a character, would I know that dragons are known to be very secretive and may have wards on their lairs against scrying?
Yes, you would know.
Okay. Dragons are known to be very secretive.
But you also imagine that chalice idea and the properties sharing upon yourself to be might totally be legitimate. So it's not out of the question to have that be split and shared.
Here you go. You link. Cast identify on Oberon.
Has everybody? So I need everybody make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
No. Sorry, wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
That's better.
Do I need to since?
No, you're good.
Okay.
16.
So still a disadvantage.
No, because it's
No,
a saving
It's a
throw.
saving throw,
Okay,
not a
cool.
check.
It's a tackles and skill checks. You have to see that.
19.
It's bad.
No, it's not.
25.
Cool, thanks.
Okay.
How are you
It's
doing bad on wisdom
slightly
saves?
better
Can
because
you
I'm
give out
rolling
inspiration?
trash.
Yeah, I could.
Roll an inspiration on that one.
What's that? Both of you. D8s.
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 Add D8 to roll.
Sick.
Second part
So I say
inspiration. Why would not?
13.
Yeah.
Plus we know there's a save coming too.
Yeah.
20. 30, 20.
Yeah.
That's better. Dirty 20.
Hey.
25.
All of you. When you pick this up, it seems to evaluate some quality about you. There's a part of where you feel, upon receiving one of these chalices, that your very chest cinches and it feels compressed, as if the air is sucked out of you, if you won't get another breath, and then it releases. And it's a strange feeling. You're hard to press if it's good or bad. The properties of it escape really your recognition of what it's trying to do and what it's seeming to evaluate within your very being. But knowing that these are chalices of the ancient order of paladins, this may very well have to do with good or evil, and whether or not you should be holding this or not. Unsure. But
Well, we're live.
you are alive, and you feel there may be some truth to the non-detection. It may be helpful. The other things that Thine give you guys an information and transfer to you is that Shallcross didn't always go by Shallcross and has many names. And as they were able to delve into lineages, that the dragon is actually a great deceiver, seeming to be much older than originally depicted. A name that seemed to escape history books, that they were able to dig up, was something that actually was around during the first formations of Zenith.
What's your name?
Went by many names, nicknames, the Shroud of Lightning, the Fabled One, the essence of lightning, and the name that really picked out most of all and put a lot of fear in Master Thine and started to redirect towards you was something that kind of stirs deep within all of you. A name that has a celestial origin. And he says, I'm not sure if I'm getting the proper deciphering of this. But it was the many-eyed one?
No way!
Okay.
What the hell?
Wait, hold on. Does Master Thine say that to us like he doesn't have
goes,
have any recent
I
memory
don't
of?
understand the connection.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
Because I was like, he helped us.
He helped with that.
So he should.
So you see
Okay.
the fear
Yeah.
that's within him. is he doesn't understand what this means.
That's what, I didn't think that was a dragon. I thought it was, I think it was a
No,
dragon.
They
we
said
thought
it
it
was
was
a
a
celestial origin.
So this was a celestial name for this dragon.
Interesting.
So this dragon was the one who wrote the prophecy that Malgathor referenced about us.
And you can see the sheer bewilderment or exasperation of effort that Thine has basically double, tripled, done his best to like confirm the information, because you have no doubt that someone else brought it to him and he went, wait, what'd you do? What'd you find? And tracked backwards and is presenting this information on bated breath. Just, this is what I'm finding. And I don't understand how it's connected or why it's linked together, but the names reference each other. And it comes back times to maybe pre-convergence of, maybe at convergence. Within the starts of Zenith, within that 600-700 formation of times within the Celestials were actually being brought into the districts and being defined. I don't understand what this means.
You know, if there's any time for you to start talking, Root, it'd be now. Little bastard.
As all of this information floods through your brain, you guys have the money you need for a potential bidding war against this Arc Heart, and keeping it out of, not the Arc Heart, I'm sorry, the Heart of Aegis, keeping that out of the hands of House Malachi. And how does this have the machinations with any influence with Malgathor, with some kind of destiny, something that you've revealed in time, matched up with the words of a prophecy written by someone that's involved with you? A machinations of time.
I'm lost.
And time and magic and mysteries of the stars above. How does this all tie together? Is this related to an infernal heritage? Or is this one of a wild heritage? Where are these all connected? And how are all the strings put together?
Through his mace.
Seemingly, every one of you has a part to play. And they're unsure of how it's all connected or which way it's working. But you guys all get to level up.
Let's go!
Hey!
And when we play next time, you guys don't know how much time you have.
Nope.
And you've got to get to the Giant District, get to the Stone Hills, find this temple of ancient order for paladins. How are the chalices involved? And should you do it? Has all your steps been orchestrated to lead you here? Too many questions, not enough answers. Thank you guys for playing.
Wow.
Once we stop, we'll go ahead and roll our hit dice for y'all's level. But thank you all for watching. We are so glad you guys have joined us on this crazy adventure. And we are so excited. And is it Monday? We need it to be Monday already. We'll see y'all next time.
Love you,
Can't just
bye.
play for like 4 more hours.
just 4 more hours.
Let's go ahead and record
right?
the next episode.
Don't you have augury?
Ooh.
I can get it. I
What if
think.
we attempted to use that to be like